Fall is here, football is back, and so is the perfect time to celebrate with something unforgettable. From September 15th through the 21st, enjoy up to 60% off all bridal and fine jewelry in store during our big Percentage Week sale. As proud partners of the Georgia Bulldogs and Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, we know what it means to shine on game day and every day. But hurry, once an item is gone, it's gone. Visit any of our 3 locations, Buckhead, Alpharetta, or Sharpsburg, or book your private appointment now at SolomonBrothers.com for the best selection and service. Family owned, trusted for generations, and home to Georgia's largest selection of fine jewelry. Solomon Brothers Jewelers. Luxury, value, legacy. We will run out of the hottest items. Do book your appointment early and don't miss the Percentage Week, September 15th through 21st only. Solomon Brothers, where Georgia celebrates luxury, value, and legacy.
The Morning Extra. Glenn Beck, Clay and Buck, and The Kimmer Show on WFOM and W292 EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. Extra 1063.
Look out. It's only me. It's only the Kimmer with Pete Davis. Sidekick and a party lights behind the man with party lights today. Sidekick, producer, and sports rack on tour extraordinaire. The mechanical mangler is Flounder at your controls. Yeah, it's only Tuesday, too. Here we go. And the Braves pulled it out. Things are happy again. Hey, a win's a win.
They did what? They did what?
Well, that's what... Thank you. Da, da, da. It's Tuesday. How's it going? By the way, new news, as I say, on the Kash Patel and the FBI now are going with federal charges in the train attack. We'll have the latest on that stuff. A whole bunch of stuff on that train attack. And again, I love the fact of making the point, it may not be racist to talk about it, but sure, it may be racial, but that's got nothing to do with bigotry, except if you're black. I mean, what a bunch of crap. If there's some white guy said, boy, I got me a black chick, I've stabbed her in the neck, and no white guy around did a damn thing on the train. I mean, you got to be kidding me.
It's statistics.
Jeez.
It's not racism. It's statistics.
I'm going to say this real quick. We're going to move on to other things.
Come on, Pete. Numbers are racist.
Yeah, math is racist, as you remember, in the way the white people teach it. But I heard this today on this very radio station, and I think it was part of the Glenn Beck survey thing. I can't remember, but here's the fact, and we'll move on to other things as we get into the show. We'll talk more about this later on. If the percentage of murders by black males was the same percentage compared to the community as the murders by white people, as the same percentage of murders by Spanish people, as the same percentage of murders by Asian people, you get the point. If the percentage of murders by black people was the same amount of percentage as other categories, we would have fewer murders than Canada. If black people had the same percentage of percentage of all the murders in America, if you take the percentage done by black people compared to the percentage by white, Spanish, Asian, pick any other freaking category, if the black percentage of murders was the same as all the others, we would have fewer murders than Canada. Gee, I wonder if there's anything to make out of those statistics. Anyway, I'm just leaving it out there, and we'll talk more about it later because this is a thing. I mean, you can't just ignore stuff like this. Anyway,
no, of course,
yeah,
it's Whitey's fault.
I know. I mean, it's just
we're making him do it.
There's a million angles here, and by the way, we'd love to hear your opinion about it. By the way, our number is 404-741-1230, 741-1230. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. We'll be here till 6 o'clock, and we have tweets. We have a game. We have. Have you checked this new phone business? Today's the Apple phone 17, is it, or so? I think.
Yeah, I just watched it. It's like an hour plus long. It was pretty interesting.
Is it like an Apple feed of what they're doing, or what were you watching actually?
The AirPod is made. We'll get into that. The Apple Watch has been basically revamped, which I don't care about. But the iPhone, they've got basically you can film quality film, like movie theater type film with these suckers, which hardly anyone's ever going to do. But if you're a presenter, if you're a cable or content creator, where you have your own little shows and stuff, it's great for that.
Yeah. Well,
well, you got to. I mean, if you're a photographer, are you spending a buttload of money on something when all you need is a phone?
That's right. Anymore. I mean,
obviously, making little films.
Yeah.
And I love when things like this happen. I love remembering back in the day. I remember the old original box cameras. You guys have never even seen one, I guarantee you.
I've got one.
Original, and you had to wind it on the side. I'll go back even farther than that, where you had to
look down on it.
You had to look down and wind the side lever. I remember the first time they came out with Kodak. The first time they came out with Kodak film by the plastic roll you could snap in the camera. Then, oh my God, that's unbelievable! Because you used to have to feed it in by hand. Open the back and feed it in.
And stuff.
Oh man! Holy cow! Anyway, so and Polaroid, when Polaroid came out, holy man! Everybody was taking naked pictures and dirty stuff all of a sudden.
The best job in the world was working at the photo mat,
the photo labs.
Store.
Yeah, that's right. How many stories about people looking at pictures through the guy drop off at the photo mat and you pick them up a couple hours later, and the whole staff back there going, "Oh my God!"
They're
making copies. Well, they're making copies.
Where are all those copies?
Yeah. Oh man. Anyway, technology, baby. 308. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. A couple things coming up here. A lot of social media type stuff, including some personal stuff, including a picture that I just posted on Facebook and YouTube, and a couple. I think Flounder. I think I posted the. Maybe I didn't. I can't remember whether I posted the video you sent me of your neighbor's skeletons for Halloween.
Oh, I sent that to you guys this morning.
Yeah, and I can't. I don't remember whether I think I was going to ask your permission if I could post it on Facebook or something.
Well, I mean, it doesn't show their address or anything.
No, it doesn't show anything. So if I haven't done it, I probably will because we're talking about early Halloween.
Now I'll have to. Well, I forgot to bring my phone when I walked Winston this morning because I walk him like around 5:30, so it's still dark out.
Yeah.
So when that stuff's lit up in the dark, oh man, it looks even cooler.
If you think about it, in fact, I remember last year during holiday season, Christmas season, and stuff like that, when it got dark and I loved going through the neighborhoods with all the lights. Anyway, okay, we'll get more stuff like that. Also, Pete Davis found a picture of a guy in a commercial for McDonald's at the counter that looked like me. Actually, did look, and I used
KFC.
Yeah, okay, it was a KFC. I don't remember.
Canada.
Yeah, a KFC, and it kind of does look like me. And I used to have a corduroy jackets, plural, with leather patches on the sleeves, like some college
that was
professor.
velour. That wasn't corduroy.
Oh, well, I've had velour. I had a velour jacket. I had a dinner jacket that was freaking velour.
I love velour.
No, I love the feel of velour.
It's warm. It's cozy.
I used to have a velour. What the hell did I have? Would I have a velour jacket or something?
I had a pullover.
Yeah. Yeah, hoodie. I think a velour sweatshirt hoodie thing.
Why did it go away?
I don't know.
It was comfortable.
I don't know. No, that wasn't a Seinfeld episode. Wasn't it George found velour one day and he never changed out of it? He said, I'm never taking this off. Anyway. So there was an ad about me. So I posted a few other pictures of me as a younger man, including one I didn't thought about it, but then I've looked at the picture again. There's one of me in a golf shirt, and I have a cigarette in my fingers. As I was still smoking. I think that was back. God, that had to be about 1995 or something when I was going back to New England to visit my old prep school. And that's where that picture was taken. Anyway, that had to, God, that'd be at least 30 years ago. Anyway, so that's kind of weird, making fun of my picture. Oh, and the other picture about my face. Oh, you guys probably did. I should send it. I should have sent it to you too. I didn't send the picture I put on Facebook, and did I? Oh, I didn't put those all on my. I'll send them to you during the break. There's a picture of me, and something happened to my face. In fact, I'll send it to you guys right now. To Kimmer Show. Come on, you stinker! My phone. Well, there it goes to Kimmer Show, and I just sent it to you. And this picture was of me in 1980, I believe. And I had just moved with my wife, Hoppo, to near Lake Forest, Riverwoods, Illinois, near Lake Forest, working for ABC and WLS TV as an anchorman reporter. And we just bought a house. We just moved in, and I was clearing the land. It was a fairly big house, had a big pool in the front yard. And I was clearing the land of all the bushes and all the weeds, because the place had been vacant for a while. It had like an acre of land and a lot of woods in the background. And the front had a whole bunch of old twigs and shrubs and trees and bushes that were all dead. So I cleaned it all out. One Saturday and Sunday, I spent the weekend cleaning all these bushes out for the house. And then I realized that it was mostly poison ivy. And what happened to my face, I got so infected with poison ivy, I literally couldn't open my eyes. I was home for like 2 days because I literally couldn't open my eyes. I mean, they were crusted shut from all the... Anyway, so that was like the remainder of my picture.
When we first moved out to Stone Mountain, the backyard had these vines growing from the pine trees.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
And you could pull them off the pine tree and swing like Tarzan over a creek. So I did that for like hours and hours.
Yeah, cool.
Next day, I had a streak of it was poison ivy,
poison
all the way down my body.
Poison sumac. You used to have all kinds of crap up north.
I missed school for a week.
Man, yeah, brutal. I remember calamine lotion or whatever it was when your mother put on those white spots and all that stuff. Or was that chicken pox? I don't remember. Anyway, so we got that going for it. But that's what that face picture of me was a reaction to poison ivy. Anyway, coming up, we'll do all the Kash Patel and the federal stuff. And this is just breaking out federal charges for the train attack guy, which is fairly new. Also, the Philly Karen girl. I still can't believe she has not been publicly identified, but the dad who had to give up the ball has made a plea to the public. We'll have that coming up for you. And also, the old jarhead finds new love with an old love, and that's Kipper, Pete, and Flounder coming up 3:13 on 106.3. How you doing? Look out.
The Kimmer Show is live until 6 p.m. and Extra 106.3 has the rest of your night covered with Jesse Kelly up next. Fox Across America with Jimmy Fela at 9 p.m. and The Guy Benson Show at midnight. All live on Extra 106.3 and the Extra app.
I'm having some more fun putting some more pictures and stuff and going through things I'm saving. And things you should be saving if you have an Atlanta Safe House safe from Atlanta Safe House. Notice I worked that in there twice. Atlanta Safe House. You've heard Mark on it before talking about real presidents and real safes, and he's not making that up. It's really true. These guys, Mark and Jeff, really the whole family, wife might answer the phone for you. They protect your rights as much as they protect your stuff. And they have almost 200 safes right there in their showroom on Industrial Boulevard up there in Ackworth. And they can make sure everything you need on the inside is there. If you have bows and arrows, they have bows and arrow hanger places. They have racks for long barrel guns. They have pistol safes and gun safes of all kinds. And by the way, a gun safe, you don't pay any sales tax. So that's a big time savings right there. And they're always sales and rebates and the big time like Browning and American Security. My first gun safe was a Browning safe. They can build you a special biometric electronic locks, wall safes, file organizers, jewelry drawers. I mean, really, whatever you're looking for to protect your stuff, including things like I found out the hard way, my medical records, also your living will, things your kids need to know. Anyway, check them out, atlantasafehouse.com.
Hey, it's Lowe's for Howard Brothers and Cure. September is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, and Howard Brothers is going gold. All month long, Howard Brothers is partnering with the Cure Childhood Cancer Organization. They're raising money to support the life-saving research and assistance that Cure provides across Georgia. So, join the fight. Next time you're at one of the Howard Brothers locations, you can donate to help cure childhood cancer. Together, we can bring hope and healing to families $1 at a time. Howard Brothers, where caring for our community is always in season.
I enjoy a good night's sleep, and I like to breathe while I'm sleeping. My wife appreciates that, too. That's why I wear a CPAP. You want the right machine. You want expert advice. You want all the supplies that go with it. You get it all at CPAPs, etc. in Alpharetta. Machines, masks, tubing, filters, cleaning supplies, all of it, and they ship nationwide. Walk-ins, by the way, are welcome. CPAPs, etc. Alpharetta, CPAPSETC.com.
Join Daniel Madelon, CEO of A Second Chance Bail Bonds, and co-host Tug Cowart as they bring together law enforcement, justice insiders, and voices from every part of the justice system, victims, advocates, and people who've turned their lives around. It's not PR, it's not fluff. It's an honest talk about what's working, what's broken, and how to build a better path forward, one second chance at a time. This week's guest is Fulton County Sheriff Pat Labatt. Justice Unfiltered. Unfiltered, informed, and unbiased.
No one plans on going to jail, but when it happens, it's important that you know who to call. Call A Second Chance Bail Bonds, where we believe everyone deserves a second chance. Whether your loved one's been arrested in Cherokee, Clayton, or any of the other metro Atlanta counties in between, A Second Chance Bail Bonds works fast to help expedite release within hours. A Second Chance. It's better to know us and not need us than need us and not know us. Call A Second Chance 24/7 at 404-BAIL-OUT or online at atlbail.com.
Hey, this is Matt from East Cobb. We basically bought our house from our in-laws. It was my wife's childhood home. One of the issues that we've had when we first moved in was our dog in our backyard. It was extremely shaded, could never grow grass back there. We resodded it twice. So ATL Turf Co. did an amazing job with our backyard transformation. They basically created a miniature golf hole. We have a miniature fairway. We also have a miniature little putting green. Consists of about 4 holes, total about 40 yards, so you can definitely work on your short game and your putting. After that transformation that ATL Turf Co. did for us, my father-in-law came and saw his house the way it looked after the fact of we had a putting green and a miniature golf course. Sure enough, he did the same thing with ATL Turf Co. He has a beautiful backyard, wonderful stonework, drainage, and a beautiful practice area for chipping and putting. Check him out online at atlturfco.com.
All right, look out now. It's only me. It's only the Kimmer with Pete Davis and Flounder and Oasis on 106.3. A guy was charged with assault after he attacked an Oasis guitar picker, Noel Gallagher. Noel had the band set at the V Festival in Canada, 2008. Gallagher was admitted to the hospital after the guy ran on stage and pushed him over while he was playing the guitar. Toronto police said Daniel Sullivan, 47-year-old idiot, was charged. A band statement said the guitarist fell heavily onto his monitor speakers. Yeah, it was done, written by a British guy. Oh, anyway, pretty funny way they put things in word order. Let's see, our birthday list includes Eric Stonestreet. Eric Stonestreet is 54. He played Cameron on Modern Family, the large gay guy. Eric Stonestreet also was on the Dexter, the latest Dexter series as a serial killer. I will not tell you because Pete Davis hasn't watched anything yet.
You already did.
No, I didn't tell you.
The first time you mentioned it 2 weeks ago, you told the whole plot.
I never said whether he lived or died. I said he was a serial killer. Well,
yes, you did.
Well, then you just forget it, mister, because I already did. But I get to say what I want. I get to say a thing happening freaking 8 months ago, mister, and you start watching TV. Oh, you and your stupid...
It just started.
My ass has started. It was like 3 months ago or something, probably. Anyway. Oh, it's in there. It's on there. You can't say, well, when can I start talking about TV? God.
Anyway.
All right, 1947. And we're talking about the new iPhone, the i52 or whatever the hell. I can't even do the phone I have now. I went into Flounder to ask how the hell to put a caption on some pictures that I took of my face that I put on I can do it on Facebook, but on YouTube, they make it more difficult, and there was no thing to say, how the hell can I put a caption on it? And I took it into Flounder, and he said, geez, I don't know. I've never put a picture on Facebook or on YouTube. But again, so he fiddled with something, and it worked. So I don't know how, I still don't know how he did it. But again, my own phone. Now this is like probably a 10 or maybe I don't even know.
You're at a 10?
I don't know. I just don't know.
They're at the 17 now.
Well, I'm sorry, but it still works. All I use it for is,
It ain't going to work for much longer.
Well, obviously, it doesn't make any difference.
It's going to be obsolete.
Well, no, what do you mean I can't use it?
It's going to get to the point where the operating systems aren't going to work on it anymore.
Well, I don't even, just take me now. Take me now.
Well, you know what's funny? I called the Verizon store because it's been closed up here for like a year.
Oh, boy.
And they finally reopened it, okay?
Yeah.
So I called it up to see if they have the new phones because I need a new phone. I've broken the last one.
Yeah.
And I get a recording from the national. I don't get the phone number at the store. I get a national number, which is a recording. And every time it says a sentence in English, it repeats it in Spanish.
Oh, God.
So I literally threatened it. I said, if you say one more thing in Spanish, and I said, and I'm going to tell you right now, I speak a little Spanish, so I don't want to hear something repeated to me in Spanish. And I guarantee you that Ernesto, when he calls up, doesn't want to hear it repeated to him in English.
Yeah, I know. I have not had that happen on a voice message of a company yet, where they actually repeat it the same time. Now, I have at the end of something, if you're doing something, they might, but anyway, well, here we go. Well, anyway, speaking of the new technology, and the reason I got to this is because on this day in history, in 1947, it was actually the first computer bug. A team led by Grace Hopper finds a myth trapped in a relay's contacts, causing their computer to malfunction on this day in 1947. Though the term bug had been used in engineering since the 1800s, this is the first recorded instance of a literal computer bug. The myth can be seen in the logbook at the Smithsonian Institution's Natural Museum of American History. And that crime is solved. The myth. You said myth, yes. The moth.
Milf?
The moth.
Oh, the moth.
The moth, the bug.
You said MILF.
The MILF. Yeah, the MILF. The mom I'd like to kiss. Yeah,
That's a milk.
No, leave it that way, people. Sometimes you can get away with it. No, the old joke is, it's like asking or sending your grandmother a picture of the not the avocado. What's that thing now that everybody grosses out?
Eggplant.
The eggplant.
Who would use such an emoji?
I still don't even really know.
I'll tell you what it means.
No, I don't. I don't think I want to know. I like my blissful innocence. Anyway,
do you want to do the AI thing right now since we're talking phones and
Let's
stuff?
do it. I didn't know. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm glad we have one. I didn't know we had one. And we got the new phone. And here we go, Pete Davis. What is up now? Goodness.
All right, like I said earlier, I've watched the hour-plus long Apple thing, which is a lot of fluff and all this stuff. Oh, by the way, who buys most Apple products off the top of your head?
Business people. I mean,
I would say
geeks, nerds.
I would say white people and Asians. Wouldn't you say that?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. Yeah.
Good luck finding a white man in that hour long. Outside of Tim Cook and the other guys who were telling you about it, who all seem white and also mostly men.
Yeah.
They don't think white men exist anymore. Every model was black, basically.
Wow.
And I'm thinking black people do buy Apple products, but nowhere near the percentage that whites and Asians do. But good luck finding white people or white men in those ads.
I wonder what
it was
that is.
unbelievable.
I don't know why we deliberately
we don't exist anymore.
Wow.
We do not exist. They are so afraid of being called racist in any way, shape, or form, they go out of their way to exclude white people from stuff.
Wow.
But anyway, all right. The AirPods. You don't have AirPods.
Now, those are the white things in your ears?
Yes.
Now, actually, I have a pair. Somebody gave me a pair, but I've never. They're in a case. I don't know what they. I don't know what.
If you want to bring them, I'll take them.
Well, what are they for?
The headphones. If you listen to music, or if you want to listen to Clay and Buck or Glenn,
but do they have their own thing inside, or
bring them tomorrow, and I'll show you how to work them.
All right, I'll try to remember.
Okay, you're doing dishes. You put the AirPods in, and you can just talk. You don't have to have anything in your hands. You can do something while you're talking to someone on the phone because it's being heard right there in your ear. They can hear you. You can hear them, and all you do is touch it. It turns on and turns off. You just touch it.
But is it connected to your phone or connected to your computer?
Your phone.
Your phone. Okay. See, I didn't even know what the. Okay. Well, earbuds. I'll try to bring
it's
those.
Great for music. It's great for talking to someone on the phone when you need your hands to be doing something.
Okay.
I'm not going to say exactly.
I think I still have them. I'll bring them in here. Okay. Cool.
Well, now, basically, they've had a little bit of this, but they've got it to the point where now they put AI with it. All right. Now you could go into Madrid, Spain, walk up to someone at a store. You want to buy flowers, and you can talk to them in English, and they can talk to you in Spanish. It listens to you. The AirPod listens to their Spanish and turns down their voice so you can just concentrate on what it's saying in your ear, and it's translating it almost in real time what they're saying. Okay?
This is if you're calling another country?
No, you're standing there talking to somebody.
Oh, wow.
You can do it on your Mac now. You can FaceTime somebody and it'll automatically translate it right there. But if you're like standing next to somebody or at a table talking to them, if they have AirPods on too, they can translate you as you're translating them, and you can have a conversation there back and forth almost in real time. Basically, it's translating almost immediately.
Okay, that's a little freaky.
What you know what it means? No one will have to learn another language anymore.
Right.
So it's dumbing down people once again. You won't go to why go to the effort of learning to speak a language over months or years if your AirPod can do it for you instantly.
You believe the AirPod is giving you a true and accurate thing and translate.
Okay.
I mean, well,
why would it lie to you?
Yeah,
come on, you're trying to buy flowers.
Why would AI? Well, yeah, right. Why would AI do anything fishy? Okay, well, let's trust it all the way. Trust it all the way, like we trust machines more than humans now.
Oh my God!
I'm serious. Here we go.
I would not go into a sushi restaurant and ask for the puffer fish. And don't give me the one that will kill me.
The other one. The good one. I want the good one.
That one. Yeah. But otherwise, people are not going to learn language. I don't know if Apple sat and thought about this, but it's once again dumbing down humans.
Well, for that matter, why would you need anything? If you go into a college class and you have your earbuds on and the professor is saying, we want somebody to give me the so-and-so with the so-and-so formula, you go, everybody want to help me out there? Yeah, professor, I got it. And you're repeating what the freaking earbud's telling the professor. So why go to school?
Well...
seriously, why go to school? Why don't we just have a company? You go to a company and they say, okay, we want you to organize something to sell more tractor parts. Okay, Airbud, I need to figure out a program. Okay, here you go. Bing, bang, boom. All right, got it for you, boss. I mean, then why have the guy? Just have the boss do it.
Well, AirBud is that golden retriever who plays basketball. I think AirPod is what you're talking about.
Well, I don't know what I'm talking about. I was thinking of tater tots the whole time.
The one thing I got from the new phone they're doing, first, it's very thin, and who cares how thin it is? It's as thin as it doesn't really need to be much thinner.
Easier to drop. I drop my phone 3 times a day at least.
All this crap about the new stuff they put on it, this thing cracked within a week of me getting it, and I wasn't doing anything with it.
Yeah.
But the great thing about the phone now, you have to hold it like this, take a photo, and you got to turn it on your side to take like a landscape type thing.
Yeah.
Now you don't have to do that anymore. You just hold it up there, and basically you can either touch something on the phone, or you can just hold it, and the AI will automatically spread it out.
Figure what you
get
want.
Everybody in the shot. It'll get everybody you have in the shot that you want. It'll also spread out and show the whole scene if you want. You no longer have to do this.
I swear, if that phone says, that fat chick on the left, move a little to your right, I'm going to go nuts. The phone will be giving direct. You want to have that big tall guy in the back end in the back? Wait a minute now. This your phone is talking to him. Ready? Hey, stop picking the note. Oh my God. I mean, seriously, this is unbelievable. And I mean, I'm overreacting to what this phone is, but it's the next thing to the next thing to the next thing. I mean, we're there. I mean, seriously, if you can just have touch your ear pod.
You've been doing that for years now.
Yeah, but to have him come up with a plan to solve everything immediately to a guy who speaks another language, for crying out loud. I mean, holy smokes. The ramifications are unbelievable.
They're just now putting AI on this. Imagine what's going to be 3 and 5 years down the road when AI is completely running the phone.
Well, it doesn't matter because later on this month, we're all going to die because we have the Jesus is coming back.
Well, some of us will live.
Well, I'm going to have my open door. I'm going to have I'm going to be on like the front porch. Just
the Rapture.
I could be on the deck. I mean,
You're going to run through the.
You got 2 days.
I know you're a minister.
That's right.
Have you been baptized?
I got my collar on, baby.
Hold your little.
That's right.
Credential.
I got it right in my pocket.
I got my credential. I'm ready for
Says
you.
it right here, ordained minister. 3:30, cover Pete and Flounder. I want my tax break, too.
Stream Atlanta's only conservative voice anywhere you go with the Extra 106.3 app. Now equipped with Apple CarPlay. That means you'll always have Extra's crystal clear HD stream right on your dashboard no matter where you are. Download the all-new Extra 106.3 app now and start streaming.
Well, I'm almost kind of wishing I could get involved with a lawsuit somewhere just to use David Van Sant to show everybody how this guy really takes care of business. David Van Sant. And we keep talking about, car wrecks, and I've been sideswiped and hit from behind on my chopper. No injuries or damage and had to work with an insurance company on. But, it's amazing. David Van Sant used to work for the insurance company, so he knows all the tricks of the trade. And it's not that they're evil. They have their charts and graphs, and they don't want to pay more than they have to. Well, David Van Sant happens to be one of those top 100 trial lawyers in Georgia on the actual list, as well as the super lawyers list, because he keeps winning. And when they see his name, they're going, crap, we're going to have to pay this guy a little extra or something just to get him off our back. It's true. Insurance and claims and stuff are complicated. And it's not, just car wrecks and stuff like that. If you've been wronged, he's your guy. His firm, David Van Sant, is a personal injury lawyer. So if you've been personally injured, that's what he does. Check him out. Here's that phone number. Stick this in your phone, gently, of course, to see where you need it. 855-GA-INJURY. Online, vansantlaw.com.
Hey, it's Lowe's here to tell you about a new, stress-free, and completely transparent way to purchase your next pre-owned car, truck, or SUV. It's with Tom Mitchell, the honest car guy. Tom, traditionally, I've been a payment buyer. How do you work with that type of buyer?
I have people that come in all the time and they want to spend $20,000. Okay, if their payments are $400 on $20,000, they don't realize without the doc fees, without all this other stuff, we can put them in a 22 or 23 model car and we can spend a little bit more money and have the same payment. So if you're a payment buyer, don't come in here just saying, I want to spend $20,000, because we can sit there and help you and we can put you in a newer car with lesser miles at a payment you need.
Friends, if you're in the market for a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, get an honest car buy from the Honest Car Guy. You pay what we pay, plus an honest fee, and we back that up by giving you the bill of sale. That's our transparency guarantee. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME, the number 1, or visit honestcarguy.com.
Pete Davis here, and football is underway. Underdog is the best place to make picks and win money all season long. And the best part, you can play right here now in Georgia. Playing on Underdog is easy. Just pick whether your favorite players will go higher or lower on stats like touchdowns, passing yards, and more. Get your picks right, and you can win up to 5,000 times your cash, and you can start with as little as $1. Play like me. If you had Bijan Robinson over the weekend with his projection of touchdowns, you'd be a happy camper today the way he played, despite the score of the Falcons game. Same with Derrick Henry of Baltimore if you went higher on his scores. It's simple, it's fun, and it keeps me locked into every play. Download the app today and sign up with promo code 1063 to score $50 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. That's promo code 1063 for $50 in bonus funds. Millions of fans have already won billions making picks on Underdog, and you can be next. Underdog. Make picks, win money.
Must be 18 plus and present in Georgia. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
Are you looking for something simple but delicious, sweet but also savory? Discover Schumann Farms Sweet Onions. Schumann Farms is a third-generation family farm with the Real Sweet brand sweet onions. Whether you're grilling, sautéing, or simply adding a fresh crunch to your salad, Schumann Farms has you covered. Look for Schumann Farms Real Sweet brand sweet onions at your grocery store and taste the difference for yourself. Schumann Farms, the Georgia family farm growing tradition and the world's sweetest onions.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Real Success. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at ourrealsuccess.com.
Do you want to learn how to make money flipping houses and acquiring rental properties right here in Atlanta without using your own money? You'll learn to flip houses and secure rental properties in your spare time to get on track towards real wealth building. We're offering a handful of motivated individuals the opportunity to attend our workshop right here in Atlanta for free. That's right, we'll give you 2 free tickets when you text FLIP to 64,000. Atlanta is the perfect market to flip houses and build rental income. Don't miss this opportunity. Come to a complimentary live 2-hour workshop next week right here in Atlanta and learn how to start making money flipping homes and building long-term wealth with rental properties. To get 2 free tickets, text FLIP to 64,000. Text in the next 10 minutes, and registrants will also receive a free copy of our Funding for Deals guide. Text FLIP to 64,000 for 2 complimentary tickets. Text FLIP to 64,000.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit information kit. 800-761-0000. That's 800-761-0000.
Paid for by Wesley Financial Group. The only thing better than covering all these Trump wins is watching the left implode over it.
Donald Trump, he's entertaining the world while he's changing the whole freaking planet.
Extra 106.3 is committed to bring you the news you care about most. From Atlanta legends and conservative voices you've relied on for a generation. Proud to be Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station. Extra 106.3 FM and the Extra app.
Boy, it doesn't sound like her version of that song. Is that the original?
It's what yeah.
No, I don't think it is.
Why not?
That doesn't sound like Taylor Swift.
Well, it's her early stuff when she was a lot younger.
Oh, well, I remember that, but I mean, I remember that song. Oh, isn't that funny? This is not the way I remember it. I like this. I remember the song, too, when it came out. Anyway, 207, Taylor Swift. And by the way, it just proves what a girl this woman is. She released on this day in 2007, Our Song, the 3rd single from her self-titled debut studio album. Well, hell, she was like 17 at the time. It was Taylor's first #1 single on the Hot Country chart. Stayed there for 6 weeks. It made Swift the youngest person to single-handedly write and perform a #1 song on that Billboard country chart. And again, she was a teenager. Our song, the slam into the back door or the screen door, whatever. Anyway, on the birthday list, we got a lot of stuff coming up here. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, 3:38 on their old clock, Rooney. Our birthday list, Henry Thomas, 54 years old. Elliot on E.T., the movie. Elliot, Henry Thomas is 54 years old today. That was what a movie that was. I remember those days. Let's see. Flounder, you weren't even born yet, but have you ever actually heard anybody use the phrase Attica, Attica?
I've heard the term, but
it's probably not kind of I'll bet you didn't really study this kind of stuff in school. We'll find out. The reason I mentioned it, to show the kind of the differences in the generations, in 1971, the Attica prison riot. Do you remember anything about a famous movie scene?
Yeah, that does sound familiar now that you say that.
Dustin Hoffman, maybe?
No, Al Pacino.
I mean, Al Pacino?
I'm not sure
Bank
the actor
robbery?
name, but I remember like overhearing my parents or whatever with friends talking about movies about Attica and a prison scene.
Well, it was Al Pacino and it was the bank robbery movie with the guy from
Dog Day Afternoon.
Dog Day Afternoon, and his partner was the young. I'm smart. I'm not dumb like everybody says. And with that guy who played in the
oh gosh, what was his name?
No, I can't believe it. He finally died. He was also in the movie where the guys had a wedding and then he went over to Vietnam, or in cages and trapped. That famous what the hell?
Deer Hunter.
Deer Hunter. He was that character and all those two things. Anyway, the reason I mention it is because on this day in 1971, 1,200 prisoners revolt at the New York State Prison, killing a guard. State police took control of most of the prison later that day, on this day in 1971. But 1,281 prisoners occupied an exercise field where they held 39 hostages. 4 days later, the police launched a raid using helicopters to drop tear gas on the yard and then fired 3,000 rounds into the haze. 10 hostages and 29 inmates were killed. It was initially claimed the inmates slit the hostages' throats, but autopsy showed the hostages had been shot by the police. And to this day, you can hear the riot yelling Attica, Attica, and that's what happened in that bank robbery. Anyway, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, how's it going? Okay, here we go. 3:40. We're going to talk about this business with the train. We're going to hear from Donald Trump and Caroline Leavitt as well here in a second too. But first of all, I got a kick out of the story. And speaking of old things, Flounder, you were probably 4 or 5 years old during the Iran-Contra scandal in the mid-late 80s. Ronald Reagan, the member of his Security Council, was United States Marine Lieutenant Colonel Oliver North. And Oliver North was accused of being part of an illegal weapons sale to Iran. The scheme was encouraging Iran-backed militants in Lebanon to release American hostages with proceeds from arms sales diverted to support the Contra rebels in Nicaragua, which was against a law amendment. Oliver North, the Marine Lieutenant Colonel, and his glamorous secretary at the National Security Council, Fawn Hall, were granted immunity. Fawn Hall was granted immunity by the prosecutors. She revealed that she destroyed and altered and hid evidence implicating Oliver North and others in the illegal activity. She was so beautiful. In fact, she reminds me of that new girl, Trisha something or other, who's the new DHS spokesman woman who looks about like a 15-year-old glamour girl. It's unbelievable. Smart as a whip and really good at her job, but just freaking gorgeous. And Fawn Hall was just a doll. She helped North shred mountains of documents related to the Iran-Contra affair after they got wind of the weapons scheme. She also said when North was fired over the scandal, she smuggled documents that had not yet been shredded or altered out of the old executive office building, hiding them in her naughty little boots and inside the back of her pants. Her underpants, yes. Oliver North was convicted of 3 felonies. His convictions were overturned on appeal, and they've eventually dropped the case because testimony used against him was given under immunity in Congress. So they tried to screw him no matter what. Fawn Hall worked as a model in Hollywood, where she married a guy named Danny Sugarman, who was the manager of the rock band The Doors. She was married to Sugarman until he died 20 years ago. Oliver North went on to found the Freedom Alliance, a nonprofit for wounded veterans.
Oliver North reconnected with Fawn Hall last December when Oliver North's wife of 56 years passed away. Fawn Hall went to the funeral. She rekindled the relationship at the funeral, said a friend. They started spending time together. They got married. The wedding was low-key. None of North's 4 kids went to the wedding. I'm not sure whether that's a thing or not. Doesn't really matter to me. Oliver North, by the way, is 81 years old. Fawn Hall is 65. It was a secret marriage, and they're happy as clams, and I say God bless them. And Semper Fi. And maybe they're so...
He didn't wait long.
No. Well, yeah, I mean, it was, yeah. But again, you know, I can absolutely see that. What they went through together, oh my goodness, that whole thing, and then what happened with all that stuff, and then all of a sudden at the funeral, and they're together again, and I can see where they're just emotions must have just been the memories and the...
It's like wedding crashers that you go to funerals to pick up.
Yeah, that's
girls.
right. Oh, man. I should start doing that. Well, seriously. All right, 3:44. Okay, a couple of things. So we're going to hear some sound bites in a minute because I got to do a little later break. Flounder spotted this. I've not seen this yet. Oh, I'm actually, Flounder, I'm going to go out of order here. I don't know if there's I haven't seen a story yet breaking on it, but Flounder just found this on social media. The news is just breaking. There's been a hearing today, another UFO hearing, and apparently just shown to Congress for the first time was footage of a UFO deflecting a Hellfire missile that was shot at him, and the film was done by a drone last year, and it was shown to Congress for the first time a few minutes ago, apparently. And I'm looking at the video on my phone, and you can see from the air, there's an object, a UFO traveling fast. A drone comes at it, and the UFO just bounces it off. Boing, just deflects it like nothing, like a fly on a windshield. Holy crap! Deflecting a Hellfire missile, my friends. The orb, a reportedly deflected missile, occurred in October off the coast of Yemen. Let's see if there's anything else. I don't see really much on that particular story. Anyway, UFO, here we go. I mean, you know, one day they're going to tell us. One day they're going to tell us. Now, as a little tease for coming up here in a second, you're going to hear from Donald Trump and, what's her name, Caroline Leavitt. First of all.
You know what?
What?
We should ask Grok what UFOs are.
Oh, I love it. Do that during the break. After the break, we'll come back and do it live.
Do it right now? Okay.
We got to talk. Don't break. I wanted to tease also on the Twitter account about what happened in that train. And, of course, if it had been reversed on the races of that subway train in Carolina. Anyway, that's coming up, and Pete's going to ask Grok about UFOs. And the latest, the Philly Karen Dad guy, too. All that's going. We got so much. We're going to have to go late tonight. Anyway, come here, Pete and Flounder. Look out. Here we go.
Wherever you are in Georgia, you can stream Extra 106.3 and crystal clear digital with the all-new Extra 106.3 app. Get Extra's live on-air stream in real time, or go back and listen to all your favorite shows, Neil Bortz, or original podcasts, no matter where you go. Grab the Extra 106.3 app now and start streaming.
September is Fan Appreciation Month at Truist Park, and you don't want to miss out on the fun coming up. The Washington Nationals battle your Braves September 22nd through the 24th, presented by OnX Hunt. On September 22nd, the first 15,000 fans in attendance will receive a Ronald Acuna Jr. red carpet bobblehead presented by Truist. And then on September 23rd, it's Los Bravos Night, powered by Georgia Power. Make sure to arrive early to enjoy a live salsa band and dancing, an on-field presentation recognizing Hispanic players and coaches, and so much more fun. Tickets start at just $7. And the 2025 regular season concludes with the Pittsburgh Pirates in town, September 26th through the 28th. The weekend includes a Kids Club Appreciation Party on Sunday featuring free face painting, special appearances, and so much more. Visit Braves.com/promos to find all the details and to purchase your tickets. Atlanta Braves Baseball. We are Braves Country.
Hey, this is Matt from East Cobb. We basically bought our house from our in-laws. It was my wife's childhood home. One of the issues that we've had when we first moved in was our dog in our backyard. It was extremely shaded, could never grow grass back there. We resodded it twice. So ATL Turf Co. did an amazing job with our backyard transformation. They basically created a miniature golf hole. We have a miniature fairway. We also have a miniature little putting green. Consists of about 4 holes, total about 40 yards, so you can definitely work on your short game and your putting. After that transformation that ATL Turf Co. did for us, my father-in-law came and saw his house the way it looked after the fact of we had a putting green and a miniature golf course. Sure enough, he did the same thing with ATL Turf Co. He has a beautiful backyard, wonderful stonework, drainage, and a beautiful practice area for chipping and putting. Check him out online at atlturfco.com.
Oh no, what is that sound?
It's our rejection detection system. It's showing that several men across Georgia are being denied intimacy by their partners due to ED.
How can this be?
Well, it's more common than you think. As men age, their bodies change. And unfortunately, once they get over 50, some things don't work like they used to.
So what do we do?
There's only one thing to do. We need to get them to Dr. Eric Deal at Total Body Therapy of Georgia. He can fix ED problems.
But how?
At Total Body Therapy of Georgia, they are experts in the P-shot, testosterone replacement, regenerative therapy, and Trimex to create an erection and more.
Hi, this is Dr. Eric Deal from Total Body Therapy of Georgia. Did you know that 50% of men over 50 struggle with some form of ED? Guys, it won't get better on its own. When it's not hard, it's really hard. But I can help you today. Call us at Total Body Therapy of Georgia at 404-777-1911 or learn more about us online at tbtofga.com.
This is Bruce Hagan. The law in Georgia has changed, and it's going to be harder than ever to get fair treatment on your personal injury claim. If you have been injured through no fault of your own, call me. You need a real lawyer, and that's who we are. We're not some TV and billboard lawyers who don't even know how to get to the courthouse. I've been a Georgia super lawyer for 20 consecutive years, and that's because I try cases and I win cases. We get results for our clients, and we can get results for you. Hagen-law.com.
Yes, the name says windows, but Peach State has been building and restoring Georgia's finest decks for decades. The same quality and attention to detail. When fall hits Georgia, the deck part of the heart of the home. Game day, cookouts, and family dinners, cool evenings under the stars. Here's a problem. Most decks in Atlanta were not built to today's safety and code standards. One bad board, one weak railing, suddenly your Saturday night turns into an emergency room visit. Don't risk it. Call the experts at Kimmer Trust, known 25 years. Peach State. Jeff and his team give you a free deck inspection. This is not a sales pitch, an honest safety check from foundation to finish. Need more than a repair? Peach State can build the perfect upgrade. Classic wood, modern composite, or a custom design. 0% financing, no payments till the job is done. Safety and style both affordable. Don't wait. Here's the number, 770-485-8011, or visit peachstatewindows.com today. Trusted by families, trusted by the Kimmer, trusted for decks that last. peachstatewindows.com. Just keeping it crunk, 50 Cent. The 50 Cent Man, 2006, 50 Cent stopped by the cops. Unsafe driving in New York. He got citations for an unsafe lane change, driving with no permit or license, no insurance, and no vehicle registration. He had nothing. A crowd gathered, started taking pictures. This is 2006. They cheered 50 Cent and jeered the police officers after they pulled over his silver open-topped Lamborghini. Cheer. 50 Cent. I tell you what, a U.S. attorney for the Western District of North Carolina speaking live. Flounder, can we go live here? This guy talking about the train business in Charlotte of the young Ukrainian girl slaughtered.
Thank you for doing this. Have either of you been in discussion
and the FBI guys there, too. U.S. attorney and the FBI director.
About what was discussed?
I have not spoken with the White House.
No, nor have I. Okay, then an alternative question if I could. My editor wanted me to check. There's some conversation, people who believe that they hear Carlos Brown say after the stabbing in that footage, I got that white girl. It's unclear to me if he says that. Are y'all able to confirm if he did say that or what he said?
Did he say those words? I got the
We are
white girl.
still investigating. Obviously, we have the videotape. We have some other evidence as well. Our investigators who are sitting here in the front row are looking at other angles. As Mr. Ferguson said, there is potential for other federal charges. So we'll just let the investigation play out. I can't comment directly on the facts.
Eric. He said it.
Yes, sir. I'm curious. You both mentioned the fragility of losing faith in the transit system. There have been a lot of people around this asking whether the transit system has structural flaws. Earlier, you said it's a breakdown in the system. So how does the transit system itself fit into the broader picture of this case?
Yeah, I don't care.
I mean, it's clear something's broken here, and it's probably more than one thing. I think certainly the state justice system has some issues, but I think you're right, the train does too. And we've seen recently people go on the train and report what's going on the train. It's become a mobile homeless shelter. It's an air-conditioned place. There's no one checking tickets. No one's using tickets. And quite frankly, the revenue from the tickets that could be collected could pay for more security on the train. So I do think there's more we could be doing on our train and more we should be doing, but that's not our job. Our job's to prosecute this case. Yes, ma'am.
Like you just said that wasn't really a natural fit initially for federal charges. At what point did you get involved to start looking at that for federal charges?
Why federal charges?
And what made you do that then?
Well, I mean,
you were
yeah.
first.
So,
That's your FBI guy.
Irina was murdered on the 22nd at about 10 p.m. I learned of the case on the 23rd in the morning. Our team was already in contact with detectives at the Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department. From that day forward, we were in conversations with the U.S. Attorney's Office. So we've been talking about this from the get-go. But we pushed a little bit harder when we saw the videotape, right? And that I didn't see that evidence early on, and horrified like everyone else when I saw it, and as was Mr. Ferguson. Everyone was able to get together and come to a charging decision.
And for us, it was a little bit, the act itself doesn't scream federal crime. But when we started to see the effects of that act, and we saw the public saying, we're not riding the light rail anymore, we're afraid to go to the park, that's when my mind and my office started saying, there's maybe something more than a single murder here. This might be a federal charge. And we started digging and found this charge. Yes, ma'am.
Courtney Davis with Spectrum News. This isn't the first incident that's happened on Charlotte Transit. There have been violent offenses on buses as well in the last couple of years. What is it that brought this to that level to get this amount of resources behind this case as well?
Yeah, well, we're concerned about the buses too. This is not just about rail, and we're concerned about the streetcar. We're concerned about the special transit vehicles that are used for handicapped individuals. This is a problem.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Again,
say the same thing about Marta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, he did make the point about, and in fact, one of the things in about 9 stories we have here about this case is that the guy, the killer, the slaughterer, didn't buy a ticket. He jumped over there. I mean, they just walk on the train. They just take it. And, nobody stops them. And, like he said, there are people, hobos are sleeping in there, and it's a nice warm place. I said hobos.
Yes, you did.
Sorry.
They're probably in there, too.
Yeah, they're doing the campsite coffee and the beans, What an idiot. All right, I don't know what I'm doing. What do I know? I don't know anything. Anyway.
Well, we should be laughing.
I know.
But, I mean, what are you going to do? The homeless, where they got to go?
I know. I just got to take it.
I'd hang around the shelter if I was homeless.
Homeless is one thing, but mentally ill and homeless is a whole different thing. And like they say, what was it under Reagan that they emptied out the psychiatric hospitals because people were suing?
Yeah.
The court said, no, you can't keep them in there if they don't want to stay in there. It wasn't Reagan's fault. It was just, the liberal administrations of the judges said, okay, you got to let them go. And I don't think they should bring them back. Or open them back up or whatever.
You're proven to be a danger to society and others. I think you can be held not in straitjackets and in cold water baths, but you can be held somewhere for evaluation.
Yeah. Well, this judge who let him go the last time said, we want you to get help, and then said come back. So she didn't demand that he was taken to custody.
So do you make something like Alcatraz Island, but not geared towards prison versus more?
Well, no, you can use medical treatment and stuff. But anyway, let's do. We have a Flounders Funny back there.
Yeah, I got one here real quick.
Here we go, little signing.
This place is where you'll never see a homeless person. Like the airport. There's no homeless people at the airport. You go to the bus station, they're on the bus beside you. But at the airport, they can't even get to it. They can't even even get to it. You ever seen a homeless person at the airport? You ever been at your gate and some guy's like, hey, man. I'm trying to get to Tokyo. Can you help me out? Just give me an aisle seat, brother.
Mr. Louis C.K. right there.
Louis C.K. By the way, my daughter Jennifer is also a Nate Bargatze fan. It was his birthday. Was it yesterday? We played some of his stuff. And a reminder also that he is going to be hosting the Emmys. Is it Emmys this Sunday? Why did my voice going like this? All of a sudden. He's hosting whatever the next show is, the Emmys or the Oscars or one of them.
Let me check real quick.
I think it's the Emmys, but Nate Bargatze is the number one most successful money-making comedian in America these days.
Well, it shows you that there is a huge market from people tired of basically the foul language and just the horrible stuff some of these guys are saying.
And not only that, the stuff that's just plain hateful and negative. I mean, he's funny, and he makes fun of people and mostly himself. But again, it's not vile, hate-filled, where kind of stuff. It's just
funny. This is probably 3 or 4 months ago, but my dad went to, they had a comedy show in his neighborhood at their clubhouse or whatnot, and he said he left after a half an hour because there was just cussing and kind of just vulgar jokes where he's just like, it's one thing to do one or two.
Yeah.
It's scatological now. Everything is about excrement and everything. It's like, come on.
What are we, Germany? Anyway, coming up on...
This isn't Russia. Is this Russia?
I don't have a clear glass coffee table.
Is that clear plastic? 4 o'clock. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Get that plate out of here. God.
Streaming across Georgia on the Extra 106.3 app. This is WFOM and W292EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. Extra 106.3.
Getting discounts with a commercial auto quote from Progressive.
Also, your favorite employee is leaving. They're going to pursue their dream of being a veterinarian.
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
A little Ray Charles. 2005, Terry Howard was a studio engineer accused of stealing recordings belonging to the late Ray Charles. He was cleared of all charges. They had worked together for 20 years, and the cops found dozens of recordings in his house, but didn't prove he stole them. So, hello, Ray Charles. Boy, this guy could freaking sing. Yeah. Oh, Ray Charles. Hey, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, how you doing? Our birthday list includes Dee Dee Sharp. Dee Dee Sharp, do the mashed potatoes. Holy smokes. I remember the first time, it was only the girls could do it. The guys couldn't do it. The mashed potatoes dance. Dee Dee Sharp, the mashed potatoes, among other things. Dee Dee Sharp is 80. Not to be confused with little Eva, who did the locomotion. I don't know how old she is, if she's even still alive. But the locomotion, oh, my God. I remember that. In fact, that was the time, 1962. I was on Cape Cod working at a boys' camp with my best friend, Al Williams. And we got arrested for driving. Went to jail for driving a car they shouldn't have. And when we played, anytime the radio played locomotion, when she got to the chugga motion like a railroad train, now we had to chug whatever you were drinking. So if you had just started drinking a beer and the chugga motion, oh crap, and you had to chug the whole thing. If you were drinking a bottle of anyway, a bottle of wine, you had to anyway, it's horrible. All right, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, and a quick history thing here for you today too. Also, there we go. Little Eva, baby, 1962. Dance now, come on, baby. Who does the commotion? Come on, baby. My little baby sister can do it too. Oh, my goodness. A salute to our buddies in the Air Force. Aim high, you beautiful bastards. That sound of that big noise is the sound of liberty and freedom, my friends. On this day in 1967, Sergeant Dwayne D. Hackney receives the Air Force Cross for bravery in rescuing an Air Force pilot in Vietnam. And for the record, Sergeant Dwayne D. Hackney was the first living Air Force enlisted man to receive the award, the nation's second highest award for bravery in action. An enlisted man, Sergeant Dwayne Hackney, the Air Force. 404-741-1230. How you doing? Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Okay, couple things. I've not seen the full video. Flounder, I guess you've seen the full video of the train thing in Charlotte, right? The whole
yes,
deal?
And it's just now been released on Twitter and things like that, so it's starting to trend, and you're being able to see all angles.
Now, the reaction, I've not seen it, so I've not seen the reaction to it, which is coming in. I assume that that it shows clearly when he stabs her, but I would have assumed that there would be a gushing thing of blood flying everywhere, but that's not true. You've seen the video, right?
No, it's you don't see anything kind of gushing or anything like that.
No.
But in the video, then what happens is it'll cut to the floor and you see dots. I don't know if those dots are blood or not.
I saw those. They showed him walking away, and there was trails of blood all over the place. But now the reaction to the people around him, there were 4 black people around the killer.
Yes, there was a black lady sitting beside her, and then there was 3 others towards the back that were kind of
And
around.
the video...
And they don't do anything. One gets up and walks away, and then it kind of cuts. But again...
Is it possible that they simply didn't know anything had happened to that girl?
No.
No. So, I mean, there's no other explanation.
You see him, I mean, he physically, you'd have to be blind not to see.
Saw up before the
not to mention, they're all behind her, so you'd have to see the guy get up and do what he did.
Yeah. And so 4 black people
watched a white girl get stabbed and died. Now, could you imagine if the roles were turned and you had a black victim stabbed by a white guy and 4 white people behind there not doing anything?
Or 4 black people. If a white guy stabbed a black girl and there were 4 black people around him, I'll bet you there would have been a different reaction.
Yeah.
Now, is that racist of me to say that? And I'll bet you the white people would have said, "Whoa, what the hell is this?" I get well now. Who rides that train? I don't know.
There's others on there that didn't do anything.
Yeah, who knows? I don't know what happened. And again, when he was leaving, it was a trail of blood drops were all over the floor.
Because the video that I've seen, you only see the back. You don't. I haven't seen what happens on the front part of the bus. When he's walking away, you can see the trail of blood drops. Anyway, well, now the question is, and again, he did say, I got me a white girl. And they're trying to confirm that because someone asked that question on that news conference we just chimed in on a minute ago.
Is it too much to ask for the black community to try and police themselves and fix this problem without someone else having to step in and do it for them?
In fact, let me. I'll tell you what. Let's do that.
Because it's out of control. Yeah. Look at the statistics. Yeah. It's completely out of control. If any other group was doing this, there would be daily investigations from Congress. There'd be 60 Minutes. We'd be all over it every week.
An hour ago at the beginning of the program, I relayed some crime statistics which were on this radio station earlier. I think it was on the Glenn Beck show. It might have been Clay and Buck. I think it was on Glenn Beck. Here is the fact of the murder rate in America. Most of the murders by percentage of murders in America are committed by black men. If the percentage of murders in the black male community were the same percentage of the number of murders by percentage in the white community, the percentage of murders in the Spanish community, the percentage of the murders in the Asian. You see where I'm going here? If the percentage of murders by black men was the same amount of percentage of murders by other categories, we would have fewer murders in America than Canada. If the percentage of murders by black men were the same as the percentage of murders by other categories of races, we would have fewer murders than Canada. How do you feel about that?
Yeah. And it's mostly Democratic-run, black Democrat-run cities.
That's right.
That most of the crime and murders are going on. Yeah.
Well,
it's a fact.
Yeah.
They can't argue with it.
Well, yeah, but you can't, but it might, the system was to blame, really. I mean, if they had places for them. Well, you can't expect people to stop killing like right now. I'm sorry, Flounder, we got something here.
Yeah, Robbie on the horn.
Hey, Robbie on the radio, man. What do you think? What's up, man?
In 1974, my dad got some construction work in middle Georgia, and we went and stayed with my grandparents, and I went to Wilkinson County Middle School. Mm-hmm. It was 97% black. And, we had no problems. Yeah. Everybody was just kids, and, I've learned right quick why people can't play basketball. I thought I was good. That's good. Gosh almighty. But, there's no way I would send my kids there like that nowadays. I mean, they didn't even think nothing about it.
Well, a lot of things have happened in 50 years. I mean, that was in the 70s. I think you mentioned, right?
Yeah, 74. No problems.
Well, I don't know whether I don't know what happened. I mean, social media and
media on the schools,
racism,
no big fights or anything. It was just normal school.
Yeah, and then of course recently, Barack Hussein Puditat divided this nation like never before.
Started it.
George Floyd, the whole business. The professor in Boston, Michael Brown in Ferguson, Missouri. I mean, that's. Oh, man. I mean, what a mess. Anyway, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Again, it's a horrible situation. Let's play Caroline Levitt, Flounder. Is that too long to play here before the break?
We got plenty of time.
Here's Caroline Levitt. Again, and Donald Trump, you're going to hear also addressing this issue. Caroline Levitt at the podium today talking about the issue. It's now a federal event. The FBI is involved and the U.S. Attorney with federal crimes. Here's Caroline Levitt at the podium.
Today, I would like to address the tragedy that has not received nearly enough media attention, the brutal murder of Irina Zarutska. Here are the facts that many outlets have shamefully and intentionally failed to report until President Trump drew attention to it. On August 22nd, Irina Zarutska was stabbed to death on the rail system in Charlotte, North Carolina, by a savage career criminal. Irina was on the train that night traveling home from her job at a pizzeria, still in uniform from her shift. This beautiful, innocent 23-year-old young woman was a Ukrainian refugee who had recently fled her country for a chance at a safer life and a promising new beginning here in the United States of America. But tragically, a public transportation system in a major American city was more dangerous than the active war zone that she left. Surveillance video of the killing was finally released to the public this past Friday. It shows the alleged killer, DeCarlos Brown Jr., pull out a knife, get up from his seat behind Irina, and prepare to thrust a blade into her neck before the released footage gets cut. The most enraging and unacceptable part of this story is that her death was entirely preventable. DeCarlos Brown never should have been on that train that night. In fact, he should have been behind bars. DeCarlos Brown has been charged with crimes no fewer than 14 times, dating back to 2011. Yet again, in January of this past year, a Democrat judge, who I will add was a strong supporter of former Vice President Kamala Harris, released this insane criminal once again without requiring him to pay any bail. This monster should have been locked up, and Irina should still be alive. But Democrat politicians, liberal judges, and weak prosecutors would rather virtue signal than lock up criminals and protect their communities. And perhaps most shamefully of all, the majority of the media, many outlets in this room, decided that her murder was not worth reporting on originally because it does not fit a preferred narrative. Many of the journalists in this room spilled plenty of ink trying to smear Daniel Penny for defending a subway car from a deranged lunatic in New York City, but none of those same reporters lift a finger to write stories about an actual murderer.
There you go. And a million other things, including comments by the killer's mother and the comments by the local police union. And we got a million other things coming up on this story, too. And the latest on the Philly Karen, and they're still not identifying her. Nobody's come forward to say who she really is, but the father involved has got a message. All coming up. Kevin, Pete, and Flounder. 4:14 now on 106.3. How you doing? Go Braves.
It's time for the Bortz Report, brought to you by Southern Exteriors, the Southeast's premier home exterior solution. Quality and precision you can rely on for over 20 years. Visit southernexteriors.co.
I've taken absolute delight in telling you about the rise of wokeism in schools across the country. It was over a year ago that I told you about the elite Westminster School in Atlanta. Around Christmas time, they were going to perform Handel's The Messiah. Some music teacher decided that a little woke instruction or indoctrination was necessary to go along with this show. So he informed everybody that they should listen to The Messiah, knowing that Handel, way back then, actually invested in a company that made slave ships. Oh, the humanity. Now wokeism has spread to math. Math instruction in state schools. California, of course, has now adopted a new math curriculum to make sure that math is culturally relevant for all students. You know, equity. Now, how do you do this? Okay, here's an example of woke math education. You tell the students that a garden has been planted 12 yards by 10 yards. They're supposed to tell you how many square yards the garden is, but that's not all. They also, in solving the problem, have to discuss where the garden came from. Is it on stolen land? What is it growing? Is the food going to be used to help feed the poor and the disadvantaged? Who owns the garden? Is it privately owned or owned by the community? If it is stolen land, tell us about the Native Americans that used to live there. This, in many state schools, is the new mathematics education. Yet you send your kids there, right? Neil Bortz, Extra 106.3.
The next big storm isn't a matter of if, it's when. Is your home ready? Southern Exteriors offers free inspections and dependable storm damage repairs with in-house warranties and honest service. Right now, get 10% off any job or 12 months, 0% financing. Hey, it's Tug, and I've met the team at Southern Exteriors. They do things the right way. Call 877-9-SOUTHERN or visit southernexteriors.co. It's 877-9-SOUTHERN or southernexteriors.co.
Another gentle reminder, my friends at Stovall & Company. Paul and the boys, for 75 years, this whole company, 11 locations, your wholesale landscaping supply company. I'd like to have one of the wives answer the phone for you, and you hear them all the time talking about the beautiful flowers and plants and trees and shrubs and rocks and boulders and stones and patio stuff. And if you want to build a fireplace outside or an outdoor kitchen, they can take care of concrete stuff as well. I mean, it's really amazing. They can do all the kind of stuff for you. And if you're in a hurry, if you're a builder, contractor in a hurry, it's probably already on the way. And if you need something they don't have, they'll tell you where else to get it. Unbelievable. StovallInc.com.
You upgrade your phone, you upgrade your wardrobe, even your lawn. So why not upgrade the part of your home that actually protects your family? Southern Exteriors specializes in roofing, siding, gutters, windows, and they're making it easier than ever before with 10% off any job or 12 months of 0% financing. Hey, it's Tug, and I know the folks at Southern Exteriors. They show up, they do it right, and they stand behind their work. Call them today, 877-9-SOUTHERN, or visit southernexteriors.co.
A born leader never rests. The GLE SUV continues to advance its legacy with intuitive technology, rich refinement, and all-hybrid power, including a plug-in model. From safety to style, leadership is a GLE family value. Get an exceptional offer on the 2025 Mercedes-Benz GLE 350 SUV. Just $759 per month for 36 months with $62.13 due at signing. Exclusively from RBM of Atlanta and Sandy Springs. Contact RBM of Atlanta for details on this vehicle and many other models during the RBM of Atlanta's fall sales event, now through September 30th. Special lease rate available only to qualified customers exclusively from Mercedes-Benz Financial Service through RBM of Atlanta, Sandy Springs through September 30th, 2025. Excludes tax, tag, title, and Georgia Lemon Law fees. Contact RBM of Atlanta for details on this and other exciting offers. Visit us at rbmofatlanta.com or call us at 770-390-0700 for details.
Life is unpredictable, but when trouble comes, you need a team you can trust. At A Second Chance Bail Bonds, we've been helping families for nearly 20 years, providing fast, professional, and discreet service. With 12 locations across Metro Atlanta and Birmingham, we're available 24/7 to get your loved one home, quick and with care. It's better to know us and not need us than need us and not know us. Call 404-BAIL-OUT, that's 404-BAIL-OUT, or visit atlbail.com today.
It's Ringo. Your face reminds me since I used to. Yeah, it's a heartbreaker, my friend. I totally agree. 2005. The Liverpool City Council confirmed it was to demolish Ringo Starr's birthplace because it had no historical significance.
If that had been, you think if it had been Paul McCartney or John Lennon, they may have.
Well, it makes sense when the full story is this. Liverpool said, we're going to tear down Ringo's birthplace. It didn't mean squat for history. The house is in Dingle, one of 460 properties to be demolished for a regeneration project. But the council in Liverpool said the Madron Street address had no significance because Ringo only lived there for 3 months. So they said, screw it. So off it went, bing, bang, pow. There you go.
Well, my brother and I were there in Liverpool back in 2013. They took us to one of the places he grew up in. They were going to tear that down.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was the same place. And everybody had written, so they let you write on the wall and the door.
Yeah.
And there was one person from Atlanta had already written there. It was pretty
cool. And did they tear it down after all the names? I assume after.
I don't know if they tore it down or not. They were planning on tearing it down.
Yeah. When I tore my house down, when I drove it myself through the front door, we had people signing stuff on the walls. I put targets on it. It was brutal anyway. By the way, speaking of passing and so forth, our friend Albert, who used to listen to us on the podcast.
I'm pretty sure his name is Albert. If I got it wrong, I apologize. Call me back.
The fellow with the mule sent us and by the way, mules are great critters. Mules, if I'm not mistaken, are the combination of a horse and a donkey. And a mule, as I understand it, also cannot reproduce. They're sterile. But they're great, big, lulking creatures, and they're loyal, and they're sweet, and they'll do whatever you want, and they can walk forever with the things. I mean, they're just really terrific creatures. If you ever have a chance to be around a mule, you'll probably enjoy it. Anyway, we
kill
believe
coyotes.
yeah, they'll take care of business. And Albert, we believe his name is Albert, wanted to pass along that his mule has passed away, and I remember he was trying to help our podcast survive too. He donated money to try to keep us in business, and we're very grateful.
Poor guy.
I'm sorry for your passing. Well, again, I tell you, that's every Saturday morning I shed an internal tear, just because that's when Jack the Good Boy went over the Rainbow Bridge. Yeah,
I just meant because he was a contributor to our podcast.
Yeah, well, I, of course, have the animal feature. Well, you've never owned a horse. Honestly, no, I post video. I only go on the weekends, and every day I post a video from the weekend before, and I'm telling you, there's nothing like playing with a big freaking horse that are all over you.
If you look at your YouTube analytics, your highest views are you with the horses.
Yeah, well, I mean, and it's just, there's nothing, you've never seen it or felt it or heard or been part of anything like it.
I got to spend one day. You took me to see Jack the Good Boy, and I got to walk him around the place. So
I still got videos of that and pictures of that with you. It was cool. But
that was a lot of fun. Absolutely.
Yeah, for a big creature like that. Anyway. All right, Kipper, Pete, and Flounder. And our birthday list includes Angela Cartwright. Angela Cartwright was originally on the Danny Thomas Show as his little teeny girl. Later, she was on Lost in Space, the TV version of it, and also in The Sound of Music. For the Von Trapp family. Angela Cartwright is 73. I thought she'd be a lot older than that, to be honest with you. And, of course, I met a couple of Von Trapps at a party in the Berkshires of New England many, 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 many years ago, and they were being lauded for something. Anyway, and let's see, on this day in history, hold everything here. Yes, wartime, 1942. The first of only 2 air raid attacks on the continental United States by Japan. A Japanese plane drops 2 incendiary bombs near Brookings, Oregon, trying to start a forest fire to burn down the Northwest. The plane had been launched from a Japanese submarine. A lookout saw the plane, the ensuing smoke, and sent along with others to put out the fire sent a message. The bomb was dropped, but it was dropped from the wrong height and failed to cause any serious damage. That was on this day in 1942. Then on September 29th, that same pilot flew another mission using Cape Blanco Light as a beacon. He dropped his bombs and reported seeing flames, but they were not noticed by U.S. personnel. 20 years later, that Japanese pilot, Nobuyo Fujita, visited Brookings and served as Grand Marshal for the local Azalea Festival. At that festival, he presented his family's 400-year-old samurai sword to the city as a symbol of regret. Wow. 400-year-old samurai sword to say I'm sorry for bombing your city in World War II. Holy smoke-a-roonies. Anyway, Kimber P. Flounder, 426. How's it going? Okay. Federal case now with the business with the train. In fact, a couple quick things, then we're going to hear from Donald Trump. First of all, I wrote these down separately on my phone here because they're kind of updates on the story of the madman. Some local reporters came up with this. When the scumbag killer was originally released the last time from prison, his own mother says he started saying weird things. She got Brown evaluated. His behavior became aggressive, so she got an involuntary commitment order from the courts. He was placed under psychiatric monitoring for 2 weeks and diagnosed with schizophrenia. After he was released, she says Brown became so aggressive she had to kick him out of the house. He became homeless. The mom says the court should have never let her son out in the community because he had mental health issues and previous arrests. That was from the mom. Here's from the cops. Quote, maybe if the mayor followed our Facebook page for maybe the last 5 years or so, she would see we've been complaining about this and calling for action. It's been met with crickets. We're glad the media is not letting the story go about that train. It's uncomfortable to read. Good. It's supposed to be uncomfortable. This poor young girl was killed because of failures in a system designed to protect her. It never should have happened. While we've been calling for change for years now, our leaders now finally care. And one more thing. This refugee murdered victim, Irina Zarutska's father, was not able to go to her funeral a little while ago because he is stuck at home because of the Russian invasion. The father is unable to leave because he is of fighting age, and all men of a fighting age are required to remain in the country as long as the war rages on. He had to stay back, was not allowed to come to America for his daughter's funeral. Just another little tidbit. And now Donald Trump, flounder, if you will, released a statement and video as he's holding up a picture of this young girl, Donald Trump, from the White House.
For far too long, Americans have been forced to put up with Democrat-run cities that set loose savage, bloodthirsty criminals to prey on innocent people, really very, very innocent people. In every place, they control radical left judges, politicians, and activists, and they've adopted a policy of catch and release for thugs and killers. In Charlotte, North Carolina, we saw the results of these policies when a 23-year-old woman who came here from Ukraine met her bloody end on a public train. And this is a picture of the woman, a beautiful young girl that never had problems in life, with a magnificent future in this country. And now she's dead. She was slaughtered by a deranged monster who was roaming free after 14 prior arrests. We cannot allow a depraved criminal element of violent repeat offenders to continue spreading destruction and death throughout our country. And it's time to stop this madness.
Sorry. I caught the old... sorry. Really, my bad.
You suck.
Everything I do, I'm bad. I'm just not good. I can't help it. Anyway, oh my God. This whole story. I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead. You were saying.
I just sent you a photo. I don't know if you saw the cover of the New York Post. I just sent. Well, it's starting to go. It's being slow.
Okay, I haven't got it yet.
What it shows there, after he stabbed her, she crouches down and looks up in sheer horror, and then covers her face before she dies. She looks up in the face of this demon that the Democrats allowed to wander amongst us. Any society that doesn't protect its children, doesn't protect its women, is doomed and deserves to be doomed. Something has to be done about this. The president is absolutely right. We put up with this far too long. Police your own if you can't, or otherwise someone's going to do it for you.
Well, that
Look
works.
at the cover of the New York Post. Look at the cover right now. In fact, it just should have just come over. Look at the look on her face.
Oh, here it is. Let me see it.
As she looks up at him after he's murdered her.
Oh, my God. That's her last view of her life, is that scumbag?
Yeah.
Covering
and
her.
People
oh, my
sat there
God. Oh, that's
and
heartbreaking.
Didn't do a damn
oh, my
thing.
God, that's heartbreaking. Oh, my God.
Democrats did this.
You dirty bastard. I mean... How is it possible that this guy could have been free?
14 times he was arrested.
And how about the North Carolina attorney, the guy who's the governor or the mayor, I forget which one, I think he was the governor or something, was running his mouth about how, this is horrible, it's horrible. He was attorney general for the state when this guy was let loose like 14 times.
Yeah, now they're speaking up. I wonder how the Democrats are going to feel now. And by the way, if this isn't another link to the freaking Democrats, and by the way, I know we got to take a break here. Coming up, I'm going to tell you more about the latest survey about how young people 18 to 39 are trending these days. And this is an indication that something's really wrong in this country. And I hope it's getting better, but I don't think it is. I think it's getting worse. Now we got more coming out. 431, Kimber, Pete, and Flounder. Man, brutal. Brutal.
Listen to the Morning Extra, The Kimmer Show, Neil Bortz, and all your favorite Extra 106.3 personalities whenever you want with the all-new Extra app. It's anytime show replays, all your favorite podcasts, and the latest political news from across Georgia. Download the Extra 106.3 app now for Apple or Android.
Well, it's hard to say where to start on Peach State windows. Don't forget the deck check. Yes, checking your deck. A safety check. It's a free safety check while they're out there doing, like, whether getting those new vinyl double-hung windows or stuff like that. Maybe checking on the siding. I'm a hardy plank fan, but you could do, whatever your house needs. But again, if you have a deck out there, coding rules and things and codes have changed in many counties here in Georgia, including where I live, and you might be out of code and not even know it. Anyway, they can give you a free safety check just for the record, and so much more to take care of the outside of your house. Check them out, peachstatewindows.com.
By texting 64000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Real Success. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at ourrealsuccess.com.
Do you want to learn how to make money flipping houses and acquiring rental properties right here in Atlanta without using your own money? You'll learn to flip houses and secure rental properties in your spare time to get on track towards real wealth building. We're offering a handful of motivated individuals the opportunity to attend our workshop right here in Atlanta for free. That's right, we'll give you 2 free tickets when you text FLIP to 64,000. Atlanta is the perfect market to flip houses and build rental income. Don't miss this opportunity. Come to a complimentary live 2-hour workshop next week right here in Atlanta and learn how to start making money flipping homes and building long-term wealth with rental properties. To get 2 free tickets, text FLIP to 64,000. Text in the next 10 minutes, and registrants will also receive a free copy of our Funding for Deals guide. Text FLIP to 64,000 for 2 complimentary tickets. Text FLIP to 64,000.
Hey, it's Los. We're here with Tom Mitchell, the honest car guy. Tom, I'm looking for a reliable vehicle, something for the family, but also for my daughter who's going to be driving soon. Why should I call you?
The main thing is you get to see it's a full transparency sale. What I like to do is show you the whole gamut, show you everything that's out there and everything that's available. I can get any make, any year, any model.
Financing. If I need to use it, what can you offer?
We have some of the best banks available, and we got rates starting at 4.99 from a 23 model and above. It could be a 14 model. We still have banks that will do all the financing for you at good rates, and they're primary banks. If you have credit issues, we still have banks that can accommodate those issues as well.
Friends, if you're in the market for a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, get an honest car buy from the Honest Car Guy. You pay what we pay, plus an honest fee, and we back that up by giving you the bill of sale. That's our transparency guarantee. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME, the number 1, or visit honestcarguy.com.
Fall is here, football is back, and so is the perfect time to celebrate with something unforgettable. From September 15th through the 21st, enjoy up to 60% off all bridal and fine jewelry in-store during our big Percentage Week sale. As proud partners of the Georgia Bulldogs and Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, we know what it means to shine on game day and every day. But hurry, once an item is gone, it's gone. Visit any of our 3 locations, Buckhead, Alpharetta, or Sharpsburg, or book your private appointment now at SolomonBrothers.com for the best selection and service. Family owned, trusted for generations, and home to Georgia's largest selection of fine jewelry. Solomon Brothers Jewelers, luxury, value, legacy. We will run out of the hottest items. Do book your appointment early and don't miss the Percentage Week, September 15th through 21st only. Solomon Brothers, where Georgia celebrates luxury, value, and legacy.
Advisory services offered through Master Plan Retirement Consultants, Inc., a registered investment advisory in the state of Georgia. Insurance, tax, and commodity services offered through Fricks & Associates, Inc., DBA Master Plan Retirement Consultants. The aforementioned are affiliated companies.
Retirement means different things to different people. Some folks want to travel the world. Some folks want to spend more time with grandkids. For me, I'm looking forward to spending more time with my guitar. Whether extravagant and robust or simple and cozy, every retirement needs a plan. You wouldn't take a trip without directions. You have to know where you are before you know where you're going. Master Plan Retirement Consultants have helped many like you plan for their own retirement. Not only does Master Plan help you create the roadmap, they join you on the journey. So whether you want to travel the world, become a pickleball champ, or just looking for a good porch, a sturdy rocking chair, and an acoustic guitar, remember to plan well because the destination is worth it. Visit masterplanretired.com to schedule your complimentary consultation today.
You protect your physical health by choosing your doctors carefully. Protect your financial health by choosing an attorney carefully. An accident can be very costly. You want to receive the compensation you deserve. Call Van Sant Law. My friend David Van Sant will take care of you, trust me, very well. The number is 855-GA-INJURY. The website is vansantlaw.com. In the event of an accident, it could be the most important phone call you make.
The legend Neil Bortz is only on Extra 106.3. Hey, it's Tug, and here's what you missed from the Talkmaster.
Just look at virtually all of the major cities in this country. They are all run by Democrats. Democrat mayors, Democrat aldermen, city councilmen, and these cities have a crime problem.
Catch Neil's commentary every day on Extra 106.3 or listen anytime on the Extra 106.3 app.
I always like the monkeys. Yeah, so 1965, the Hollywood Reporter ran the following ad. Madness, folk and rock musicians, singers wanted for acting roles in new TV show, Parts for 4 Insane Boys. Well, 437 people applied for the job to be the new Monkees TV show. And there were a couple of musicians in there, actually, and what a run they had, you know. And didn't I think we just one left still? Mickey Dolenz?
Mickey.
Yeah.
Mickey's the last one, yeah.
But the better musician was, I forgot now, the taller, thinner one.
Mike Nesmith.
Mike Nesmith, I think. Anyway, the Monkees born 1965 on this day. Our birthday list, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, how you doing? Birthdays, Rachel Hunter, formerly Rod Stewart's ex-wife. Rachel Hunter's 56 today. She was also a model from New Zealand, I think, also an actress.
All right, so the mule man his name is Stewart. I apologize.
Stewart.
It was not Albert, Albert Stewart, I mean.
Well, you had it, Albert, Stewart. I mean, it's very close.
So
anyway,
close.
well, so sorry, Stewart, again, for your, to me, I mean, that's a thing. That's a serious thing. I seriously, you can't get over some of those things. Anyway, so I feel so bad passing of your fabulous mule.
The mule's name was Fussy.
I mean, mules are great animals. Seriously, and they're funny. I mean, they're great animals. Anyway, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, and on this day in history, taken after my own heart, or vice versa, 72-year-old Buzz Aldrin, the second human to set foot on the moon, is walking outside a Beverly Hills hotel in 2002 when a conspiracy theorist starts harassing him and accusing Buzz Aldrin of lying about Apollo 11 moon landing. And he went up to Buzz Aldrin and said, quote, "You're the one who said you walked on the moon when you didn't." The guy's name was Bart Sibrel. He told Aldrin as he walked by his filming crew outside the Lux Hotel, calling a kettle black. "Will you get away from me?" said irate Aldrin when warning the man in the incident caught on video. And Sibrel responded, "You're a coward and a liar and a pomp," which is when Aldrin, 72 years old, hit him in the jaw. As soon as he tried to say thief, he go, "You're a liar," and a bam, like that. The thief, little Frank. Sibrel finished his sentence with the word thief. Widely reported that Sibrel had badgered Apollo astronauts more than once, even shoved a Bible in Aldrin's face, asked him to swear on it that the moon landing was real. Aldrin finally actually walked on the landscape, and he said, "I want you to put your hand on the Bible." Aldrin was lured to the hotel on the pretext of being interviewed for a children's TV show when this guy Silbrin accosted him. Silbrin tried to press assault charges against Buzz Aldrin. The court threw out the case and called him the instigator. Much like the guy who spit on me, the judge said, "You should have charged him." Anyway, the widespread news about on the 50th anniversary of the moon landing in 1969, July 20th, brought back memories of that wacky incident. Aldrin was asked about it. He said, "I don't pay attention to those guys. They're out to make a name for themselves." This guy Sibrel was a Tennessee man, had independent low-budget films trying to prove that the moon landing was fake. Conspiracy theories, and the Washington Post has reported recently that about 6% of Americans think the moon landing was fake. That was a complete hoax. Hey, baby. Hi, doll. Don't you look so pretty today? Look at you with your hair and everything. Sorry. No, I'm sorry. That's wrong. It's so wrong. Okay, we got updates. We got stuff on hold. Everything now. It's 4:42 almost. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, and we have stuff. We have one-liners. We got memes. We got people saying stuff that's amusing. A little thing we like to call Pete's tweets.
All right, this happened last week or so, but it's worth repeating here.
Always worth goodness. Yes.
Professional anti-Semite Roger Waters of Pink Floyd, not a big fan of the late Ozzy Osbourne.
Oh, really?
Waters blames Ozzy and his music for sparking hundreds of years of idiocy and nonsense on TV, is what Roger says.
Please.
So Ozzy's son, Jack Osbourne, responded by tweeting, and I'll clean this up.
Yeah.
My father always thought you were a see you next Tuesday. Okay.
Yes.
Ozzy fans, you know what to do next time you see Roger Waters.
Yes, appropriately, yes.
Actor Steve Carell is sending Southern California high school students affected by the devastating wildfires in L.A. to the prom for free. The Office actor and comedian said in an Instagram video he was working with the Alice's Kids charity to pay for prom for seniors at 6 high schools in Pasadena. If you have already paid for your prom tickets, they will reimburse you for your prom tickets. It's a pretty good deal, he says.
Well, how much are prom tickets? I mean, but seriously, remember the episode of Michael in the office. Oh.
Shut up.
Well, you sounded like you were done.
Stop. Don't get ahead of me.
Well, I'm not getting ahead of you. I was just remarking.
Jonathan points out that Mr. Rogers had it down cold. After you get home, first order of business is to change into something comfy, and then it's right into the neighborhood of make-believe for some old-fashioned disassociation from the terrors of reality. This just in. Office star Steve Carell has just announced he does not have the money to pay for the kids' proms after all.
Very funny.
My bad, Steve says on Instagram.
That was a great episode. And I remember thinking, oh, how embarrassing would that be?
It made me cringe
God, it was
watching it.
awful. It was awful. It was awful. Michael,
horrible.
how could you do this? I'm going to give college for every one of them. Oh, my God. Oh, Lord.
Oh, that was the worst one.
Oh, mercy. Very funny. Well, we got a couple more. Babylon B. Democrats condemn stabbing victims for inflating crime numbers. Jeez. Trump deports Philly's Karen to El Salvador prison. Oh, my goodness. How about one more? More winning. Trump bombs the ship smuggling 30,000 kilos of pumpkin spice. And one more. British authorities warn there's a man loose on the streets threatening to share an opinion. In Britain, of course. Anyway.
They arrested a man. There's video. 6 policemen arrested a person for calling another person a Muppet.
Oh, my God. You know what? Listen to this.
A Muppet. They arrested them.
Here, this survey I was talking about, Glenn Beck, I've got a break here in a second, but we're going to come back and I'll do some more of this latest survey on young people, 18 to 39. The survey, Democrats and Republicans and independents. It was not biased politically at all. It was all that. The whole group represented, thousands of them for the survey, so the statistics should be fairly accurate with a standard deviation. Here's what one of the questions was. Here we go. Should there be punishment including citations, fines, and jail terms for misusing someone's pronouns? Punishment including jail for misusing a pronoun. 40%, 18 to 39, said yes. 40% of the 18 to 39 said, yep, fines, jail, that's fine for deliberately mispronouncing someone's using 40%.
Try it.
One more before we go. Should the United States presidency and Congress be supervised or replaced by a new World's Citizen Council to ensure rights for everybody? 40% said yes. Only 16%, 18 to 39, said no, that a Citizens World Council should not overtake our presidency and our Congress. 16% said no.
Enjoy your new world orders, youngins.
Almighty, this is unbelievable. Anyway, and more. This one, I got more too, and also the Philly Karen thing, and an update, and the Coldplay Kiss Cam. I'll get an update on that. And, what do you got?
We're the last free generation. You know that, right? We're the last.
Well, here we go. These numbers include Democrats and Republicans and Independents, the young people. Gen Z, baby. Anyway, 446, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. How yours today going there? Here we go. Look out.
miss any of the show? No sweat. Grab your Extra 106.3 app and listen to show replays whenever you want. Download the Extra app now for Apple and Android by searching for XTRA 106.3.
Hey, Braves fans. Some things just get better with time, like your love for the Braves and banking with Truist One Checking. It's checking for life, offering everyday essentials like no overdraft fees and a tap-to-pay debit card. And great extras you'll appreciate season after season, like automatic upgrades as your balances grow. Be ready every inning with Truist One Checking. It's life-ready checking that grows with you. Get Truist One Checking today. Truist Bank. Member FDIC.
September is Fan Appreciation Month at Truist Park, and you don't want to miss out on the fun coming up. The Washington Nationals battle your Braves September 22nd through the 24th, presented by OnX Hunt. On September 22nd, the first 15,000 fans in attendance will receive a Ronald Acuna Jr. red carpet bobblehead presented by Truist. And then on September 23rd, it's Los Bravos Night, powered by Georgia Power. Make sure to arrive early to enjoy a live salsa band and dancing, an on-field presentation recognizing Hispanic players and coaches, and so much more fun. Tickets start at just $7. And the 2025 regular season concludes with the Pittsburgh Pirates in town, September 26th through the 28th. The weekend includes a Kids Club Appreciation Party on Sunday featuring free face painting, special appearances, and so much more. Visit Braves.com/promos to find all the details and to purchase your tickets. Atlanta Braves Baseball. We are Braves Country.
Hey, it's Lowe's for Howard Brothers and Cure. September is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, and Howard Brothers is going gold. All month long, Howard Brothers is partnering with the Cure Childhood Cancer Organization. They're raising money to support the life-saving research and assistance that Cure provides across Georgia. So, join the fight. Next time you're at one of the Howard Brothers locations, you can donate to help cure childhood cancer. Together, we can bring hope and healing to families $1 at a time. Howard Brothers, where caring for our community is always in season.
I've advertised a lot of things on radio over 50 years, from vacuum cleaners to booze, but only once have I advertised something that I knew for a fact saved my life. And that's what this particular commercial is. An advertisement for CPAPs, ETC, CPAPs, etc. I've been using a CPAP at night for over 20 years. Obstructive sleep apnea. It will kill you. If you think you have it, get a test. If it turns out you do have it, contact Roddy at CPAPs, etc. The largest in-stock selection. Travel CPAPs, batteries, hoses, masks, everything. You can visit their store in Alpharetta or online at cpapsetc.com. Same-day shipping, you'll get it fast and at the right price. CPAPs, etc. Don't take chances with your health.
Time now for the Retire Wise Report. James Parker here with financial advisor Sean Maloney, founder and CEO of Retire Wise. So when we go through days or weeks of volatility in the market, Sean, it's hard to know what to do. What can you tell us?
The biggest thing is don't panic or make immediate decisions with your money. Take those emotional concerns out of the middle of it. You know, look, markets cycle regularly. Market corrections and bear markets are a normal part of the cycle. They're just part of the plan that are going to be accounted for. If you feel nervous when you read the headlines about big drops in the market, you might not know enough about how your money is positioned. That's why it's important to get the right guidance on a financial plan for your retirement.
Tell us about the offer you have for our listeners.
All right, so now's the time to start, folks. Looking ahead and identifying if you have too much risk in your portfolio. That's the first thing. We have a helpful little resource for our listeners today. We call it the Retire Happy Framework Toolkit. You can get it today by calling or texting WISE to 770-802-2200. My team helped put together this just for you, and it's a complimentary guide. And the center of this is a copy of my latest book, The Priority of Retirement, plus guides on major topics like investments, Social Security, income planning, taxes, and so forth of the key components of retirement. So if you want to get this information in your hands today, call or text WISE to 770-802-2200. That's 770-802-2200.
Take advantage of this offer and get your Retire Happy Framework today. Just text WISE to 770-802-2200. 2200. The team at Retire Wise will get you your Retire Happy framework to you right away. So just call or text WISE to 770-802-2200. Investment advisory services made available through AE Wealth Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Investing involves risk, including the potential loss of principal. Firm does not provide tax services.
Yeah, boy. Da-da-da. The Rolling Stones, number one was Satisfaction, 1965, on this very day. It was their fourth British number one. And the story goes that Keith Richards had started recording a rough version of the riff while he was in a hotel room in Florida. Keith Richards said he ran through it once and then obviously fell asleep. When he finished listening to it the next morning, he ran it through and said there were about 2 minutes of acoustic guitar. Then you could hear him drop the pick. And then he said, me snoring for 40 minutes. But that's when Satisfaction riff got done in a Florida hotel room. Let's see, our birthday list includes Hugh Grant. Hugh Grant is 65 years old, famous actor, and also I'll never forget the business with the hooker and, what's her name? And when he was on, he walked onto the David Letterman show, or was it Johnny Carson? David Letterman, I think. The first time he made a public appearance after getting caught with
Jay Leno.
Jay Leno. Was it Jay Leno? First time he made a public appearance because everybody was talking about him being caught with a hooker, using a protection for a thing that, which is not, anyway, whatever. He wasted, as far as I'm concerned, he wasted that whole event. Sorry. So he's on Jay Leno, and he gets on the desk, he sits down in the chair, people are going crazy, and Jay Leno, as I remember, turns to him and says, what were you thinking? That was his first question, first thing out of his mouth. And the audience went nuts, And he said, I don't know. I don't know.
He was married to Elizabeth Hurley.
Elizabeth Hurley. And it lasted, I think, after that for a while, too, didn't it? I think they were...
Not much.
But I don't remember, anyway. Kimber, Pete, and Flounder, how you doing? 454. I want to move on a couple things about the survey business. We'll talk about the Philly Dad and an update on the train thing. With so many things going on here today. Yesterday I mentioned Glenn Beck's show. He had this guy, one of his famous guys who does surveys, and it's a national survey, thousands of people, so the statistics are good. 18 to 39, Democrats, Republicans, and Independents. So it isn't political. It's just young people, 18 to 39 Gen Z. Yesterday he told us that 55% of that group, 18 to 39, says, yeah, it's okay to confiscate extra wealth, like extra summer homes and too much wealth in America, to confiscate it so that people who can't afford a home would be able to have a place to live. 55% said they're, that either strongly approve or think it would be okay. Okay? Now, today's survey results, check this out. The question was, 18 to 39 years old, which nation in the world should be the most powerful? 59% said America, which is good. 59%, should be 90, but 59% said America. You know what got second place? Which country should be the most powerful in the world? The second place answer?
China.
The United Nations. The United Nations. And that goes along with this. Let's see. I mentioned the World Council should replace the presidency and Congress of America. 40% said yes. The question, should you limit the amount of income with a salary cap in America? Limit the amount of income with a salary cap. 18 to 39-year-olds, 60% said yes. To limit the amount of your salary. 60%? And misusing a pronoun, 40% said, yeah, jail time and fines. I'll tell you, it's just scary.
They want socialism. They want to be told what to do from cradle to grave. And when they get it, they're not going to like it.
Just really scary. Scary. Let's see. I got a little thing here. Flounder's funny. 456. Flounder's funny.
Did you know that Botox was originally being invented to help people with cerebral palsy? It's a pretty cool thing, man. They were developing it. They were trying to find a way so that they could inject the muscles so that wouldn't do that. Well, but then somewhere along the way, they discovered that Botox also makes wrinkles go away. And then they were like, well, cerebral palsy.
Oh, man.
We could really be helping people. God forbid you had a crowfoot. The guy with the twisty arm can wait. I love that joke, man. Because I'm sure you can feel that weird vibe that kind of rolls across the room. What that is that's just all the people with Botox trying to frown.
That's Mr. Josh Blue,
who has cerebral palsy.
That's it. Very funny guy.
Yeah.
Like he obviously, when he does his comedy, you can see his issues and stuff like that. But he has a great joke about him and zombies that if you go onto YouTube, it's hilarious. I played it for you guys on the podcast.
They think he may be a zombie because he walks.
Well, yeah, if it's a group of people walking out of an airplane, it looks like a group of zombies.
Oh, I love it. In fact, I went to college, my second year in college, with the year I joined the Marine Corps in 1966. I had a girl in my class, my speech class, who had cerebral palsy. And it was really hard for her. I mean, she was smart and everything, but it was really hard. She had motion she couldn't control and had trouble speaking, but she was in college and she was, God bless her. It taught me a couple things. It made me feel humble about, blessings. It really did. I had a kid went to school with who had epilepsy. And it was and this back in like 1959 or something, and before I think probably modern treatments were as effective as they were back, more than they were back then. And there were times when we were all told what to do if we heard him screaming, running down the hall, because when he had an attack, he would swallow his tongue, and he would bolt out of class and just start running down the halls, and people would have to stop him and catch him to make sure he wasn't swallowing his tongue. But you could hear him making a horrible throatal noise like that. Oh, it was horrible. And again, we were all, there to try to help. It was, I'll tell you what, we learned a few lessons. And, back in those days, things were different. Anyway, coming up, that father berated by the Phillies fan. How come we still don't know who that woman is? I'm wondering if this whole thing can't be fake. Could it?
No, it's not fake.
Anyway, and it's a great ending to it with the little boy and the stuff, but still, and the dad is saying, he's got a message for fans who want to go, throw eggs at her house or something. If we could even find out how could they not know who she is? I can't believe her friends haven't outed her.
She's connected at some
something
sort.
Big, man. How can you possibly have that look of her? There's not two people in the world look like that person. All right, come at 5 o'clock. Holy crap, it's sports day. Thank God.
This is WFOM and W292EV Marietta, a Dickey broadcasting station, locally owned and heard throughout Georgia on the Extra app.
A federal charge added in a mass transit murder. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News, just over 2 weeks after a Ukrainian refugee was stabbed on a commuter train in Charlotte.
Everyone deserves to go about their daily lives, to get to work, to get to school, just across town without the fear of being attacked.
FBI special agent in charge, James Barnacle, says the system failed in this case. The suspect had multiple prior arrests. The Justice Department now charging DeCarlos Brown Jr. with causing death on a mass transportation system, and he could face the death penalty for the killing of 23-year-old Irina Zarutska.
President Trump addressed her murder from the Oval Office in a video posted Tuesday. He held up her picture and blamed her death on local criminal policies that failed to hold offenders in custody.
She was slaughtered by a deranged monster who was roaming free after 14 prior arrests. We cannot allow a depraved criminal element of violent repeat offenders to continue spreading destruction and death throughout our country.
Brown Jr. has also been charged with murder in Mecklenburg County.
Fox's Jessica Rosenthal. Concern at the White House after Israel's attack on Hamas leaders inside Qatar.
While eliminating Hamas is a worthy goal, White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt says Israel's airstrike inside Qatar does not advance Israeli or U.S. goals.
The president views Qatar as a strong ally and friend of the United States and feels very badly about the location of this attack.
Following the strike, President Trump spoke with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu.
The president made his thoughts and concerns about this very clear.
Levitt says President Trump also spoke with Qatar's leaders to assure them that such a thing will not happen again on their soil.
Fox's Jared Halpern at the White House. Nearly $5 billion in foreign aid will stay frozen for now. Supreme Court Chief Justice John Roberts temporarily leaving it in place as the appeal of a lower court decision continues. America is listening to Fox News.
You're great at protecting your own personal information. You probably even use things like two-factor authentication, strong passwords, VPN. But as much as you try to be in control of how your information is protected, there's lots of places that also have it. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every single second for identity threats. If your identity is stolen, a LifeLock specialist is going to help solve the identity theft issues, guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% off your first year with the promo code Beck at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Quiet down, here she comes. Surprise! Your accountant just emailed to say your quarterly taxes are way higher than you were expecting.
At Progressive, we know small business owners don't usually like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise that could save you money? Getting discounts with a commercial auto quote from Progressive.
Also, your favorite employee is leaving. They're going to pursue their dream of being a veterinarian.
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
Let's get it together, ladies. Left shoulder, right a blank. Ready on your dog. Target. Road guards out. Look out. It's only me. It's only the Kimmer with Pete Davis and Flounder. And you on 106.3, 503. To the phones we go. Every Friday, Susan. Welcome aboard every day, Friday, Susan. How's it going? What's up? Yikes. Did we lose Susan? Yikes. Double yikes.
Oh, Susan, you there?
Oh, I wonder if we lost her on the. Well, if we did, please call back.
Call back.
Anyway, and we'll always love to talk to every Friday, Susan. I really appreciate it, lady. 404-741-1230, 741-1230. A couple of things. Flounder just said, I haven't seen it break out on the wires yet. I haven't checked them all. Obviously, it's hard to do while I'm doing a show. But the story of another hearing today on UFOs. And the hearing showed video. Oh, there it is now. They clicked the projector and the video came up. We just missed it again. I'll describe what we just saw here that you couldn't see. The video shows a foreign object in space. The foreign object in the sky is zipping along in a straight line, and all of a sudden a missile. Oh, crap. I got the thing right here. Hold on a second. Sorry, Flounder. The missile is the... Let's see, I got the official name. The footage of a UFO and a Hellfire missile is fired at the UFO. The missile goes to the UFO and bounces off it. This was filmed by a drone last year. It was shown to Congress today. It was done, I believe, off the coast of Yemen. A Hellfire missile fired at a metallic orb UFO. And you can see very clearly it just bounces off like a raisin on a boat. I mean, this is whoopy-duppy. Don't know what it means. Don't know where it came from. Who made it? Whose was it? A Hellfire missile just bounces off this thing in outer space and over the atmosphere.
All right.
Yeah.
Every Friday, Susan's back on the horn.
I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Well,
go
ahead.
No, go ahead, Pee Wee.
Let Susan.
Okay, well, no, you go. It's like when that four-way stops. No, you go, damn it.
No, I'll go.
I'll go, okay. Anyway, every day Susan is on the radio. Hi, doll, how's it going? What's up?
Ladies first now.
Yes, please.
Of course. So just, the terrible story about the Ukrainian refugee.
Brutal.
What really breaks my heart now and actually angers me as of today is that the story going forward It's not going to be that the dad can't attend the funeral of his own daughter, or that the mother of the animal that killed her wanted him committed. The fact that he had, 14 convictions, some of them were violent, and the fact that his own mother wanted him committed, and that the judge was a Kamala supporter, that's not the story. The story is going to be the only reason the feds got involved today is because Donald Trump told them because she's white and he's black. I guarantee you tonight on MSNBC and CNN, that's going to be the story, is that the only reason the feds are getting involved is because she's white with blonde hair and blue eyes.
Yeah, in fact,
that's going to be the story. That's going to be this woman's legacy.
Who's that fat, bald guy from you? Got fired at CNN and now he's back. I can't remember his name now.
Brian Stelter.
Brian Stelter has already made the charge of racism by the coverage of this event, complaining about the black people and how the system failed the black guy as opposed to failing the victim.
Good.
And the race, and he actually quotes. Well, part of his quote is it's the racism coming from specifically MAGA.
Yeah.
He actually says MAGA. Yeah.
Disgusting.
Yeah, it's horrible. That's going to be this woman's legacy. It's just horrible.
And again, I don't know whether you were listening when Pete showed the picture on the front page of the New York Post newspaper. We should put it on Facebook if you haven't seen it. It shows video, still pictures from the video in the train, and it shows this young girl looking up into the face of her murderer as she's grasping and obviously realizing that man just stabbed me in the neck. She couldn't imagine what the hell had just happened, and you can see her last looks are going to be of the man who killed her.
Yes, I was listening. And you know the other thing, too, one more thing about the fact that that's not going to be the story. She was a refugee trying to flee the war-torn country, coming here, and she actually had a job. She had a job.
Yeah, working at a pizza joint. Working at a pizza joint.
$12 an hour. But she was working.
Yeah. And wearing her uniform and trying to just taking a train. She wasn't like she's got a brand new convertible and, having a ball going to parties and stuff. I mean, just the whole thing about just makes me freaking sick, Susan. And again, well, here we go. And thank God Donald Trump's getting involved. And that judge ought to be held accountable, too. She told the guy, well, I know you've had problems in the past. You were, 5 years in prison and everything. But I'll tell you what, you go get yourself some help and come back here in a couple of months. You've got to be kidding me. So anyway.
Yeah, something's got to change. The scales are tipping, though, I really think.
I know.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Yeah. Oh, Lord.
You.
Thank you, Susan. Hi to Kelly, too. I'm glad you called.
I want those photos shown to Brian Stelter live on TV and say, comment on this. Make this racial. You want to make it racial? We'll do that. Because it's not racism, it's racial. This is what's going on. The black community is the most effed up community in our country. Why is that? Why aren't we finding out what's going on with that? Why are they killing each other so much? Why are they killing other people so much?
And the guy said...
This guy grew up in America with the culture and the language, and this poor girl comes over and has to learn the language and gets a job and works. Meanwhile, he's out there stabbing people.
Yeah. And he said, I got a white one. And one more time on the crime rates. This again came out today. The crime rates say this. If you just heard 20 minutes ago, forgive me for repeating, but if you haven't heard it, you got to hear these figures. If the percentage of murders by black males was the same percentage of their race compared to the percentage of murders by white people, by Spanish people, by Asian people, you see where we're going here. If the murder rate, more murders are committed by black men. In America, more percentage of murders are committed by black men. If the percentage of murders by black men was as low as the normal percentage of murders by all the other races, we would have fewer murders than Canada. If the percentage of murders by black guys was the same as percentage by every other race, we would have fewer murders than Canada. Suck on them apples. I mean, that's unbelievable. I heard that. I said, wait, that can't be true. I mean, my God. And why does it
take out the four major Democrat-run cities?
Oh, my God. I mean, you'd think somebody would maybe, want to do something about it.
Well, the leaders are all enthralled by the DNC. They're paid off by the DNC. The religious leaders, the so-called preachers, are paid by the Democrats to continue to have them vote Democrat over and over and over again. Nothing ever changes. The food deserts don't change. The schools don't change. The gang violence doesn't change. The drug culture doesn't change. The fatherless homes don't change because they keep voting Democrat.
Yeah. And it got worse under Puttitat. Barack Hussein Puttitat.
Yeah, he changed. He made it worse.
Division in this country and the black males, and he's actually calling for gay guys to have every black guy should have a gay guy friend to tell him how to work. Oh my God,
like him.
Like
him. Maybe he could be the gay guy.
Yeah, the official, the first tranny-loving switch hitter in American history for politics. 5'11". Before we go, I've been promising this.
Kenyan born.
What a title.
Yeah, especially born in a foreign country. You know, you think it's an incredible story. How far he came, being born in Kenya.
An American success story.
I'm sorry, fly everybody.
We got Swatoon real quick.
Swatoon, you're on the radio, man. How's it going? What's up, sir?
Well, the problem with the black community is the lack of the fathers, like they always say. That's the only correlation with what's going on.
Yeah.
So, and I noticed with people who are raised by mothers, who are like American black people, that they have a mother's attitude and they have main strength. So when males supposed to control their emotions, but they were never raised by father, and those emotions, if they are not under control, they can be deadly.
Yeah. I honestly, there are a lot of common denominators about these crime figures that you would think would lead to a national discussion by people who really just want to do the right thing, to say, here's the facts, here's the truth. Now what the hell are we going to do about it? And let's not be shy. If you know where the black gangs are that have the gangs and the crimes, go get them. You know where they are. Go get them. I mean, anyway.
Well, if Trump really want to help this Chicago and stuff,
yeah,
just relocate all homeless people to the rich neighborhoods.
Yeah, here's your homeless guy.
There you go. That's going to solve the problem of homelessness and crime and everything else in all the cities.
Yeah, then they'll get serious. Great idea, Swatoon. 5:13. Thanks, man. Kevin Payne Flounder, Holy Crap of Sports is coming up next year on 106.3. It's Tuesday, and the Braves won last night, so let's hope some more. Here we go. Stand by.
When conflicts escalate around the world, don't let the mainstream media scare you into believing their narrative. Get it right with Atlanta's only conservative voice. And trust the Morning Extra, Glenn Beck, Clay and Buck, The Kimmer Show, and our entire lineup to give it to you straight. Don't buy the fear. Just keep it here. Extra 106.3 FM and the all-new Extra app.
Don't forget the deck check. Yeah, you get your deck checked. Your deck check from Peach State Windows. Yeah, it's true. Well, of course, known for their vinyl hung double cowabunga energy efficient window things. And also siding, and they'll check your roof. And if you have a door issue with them, these are contractor builder people, so they can do all this stuff. But they also will give you, this is not an ad for, to buy a new deck. They will give you a free safety deck check because codes have changed. Really, it's important and something, you want to be in code, for crying out loud. I think I can fix that for you. Anyway, or get you new and whatever you're looking for. PeachStateWindows.com.
At Jim Ellis Ford Sandy Springs, you can take advantage of employee pricing on select new Ford models. That means you pay what Ford employees pay. No markup, no hidden fees. It's all part of Ford's bold campaign, from America, for America. While other dealerships may raise prices due to auto tariffs, Jim Ellis Ford Sandy Springs is stepping up, giving you the power to save big on American-made vehicles. Choose from bestsellers like the F-150, the rugged Bronco, the capable Explorer, and now when you purchase or lease a new Ford EV like the all-electric Mustang Mach-E, you'll receive a complimentary home charger and standard installation, making your switch to electric even easier. At Jim Ellis Ford Sandy Springs, you're not just getting a great deal, you're getting award-winning service from a locally family-owned dealership.
They're just 4 miles north of 285 on Roswell Road. Visit them online at jimellisford.com.
Jim Ellis Ford Sandy Springs, where you pay what we pay, where you can always expect the best.
Hey, this is John Flading. I'm the president and owner of ATL Turf Co. We have become a highly sought-after turf installation company in the Atlanta and North Georgia luxury residential market. Big reason for that is our installers are ATL Turf Co. employees. We do not outsource labor. They are trained to be experts in the turf installation process, drainage, grading. Just go to atlturfco.com to schedule an appointment.
We're smart, we care. We're Central Heating and Air.
Now, I know there are plenty of HVAC companies out there, but let me tell you why Central Heating and Air Conditioning stands out from the rest. These days, it's hard to tell who's on first. Everybody wants to play. Many of the local HVAC companies, though, have been sold to large conglomerates. And some are even coming back under new names. But at Central Heating and Air Conditioning, they never left the field. They've been your hometown team since 1947. And their dedication to our community has never wavered. They are the grand slam you can count on. Central's team of experts know the game inside and out, delivering dependable service and personalized solutions every time. So don't get caught off base. Choose the HVAC team that's always been in the game. Get Carrier products, Carrier warranty, and Carrier peace of mind. Turn to your Atlanta Carrier experts, Central Heating and Air Conditioning. Call them today, 770-GET-HEAT, or visit them online at centralheat.com.
We're smart, we care. We're Central Heating and Air.
Hey there, I'm Tara, owner and publisher of Our Town Monthly Magazine, where you'll find familiar faces, local voices, community businesses, and events, like the Superior Plumbing Presents North Georgia State Fair.
Hi, I'm Missy with the Superior Plumbing Presents North Georgia State Fair at Jim R. Miller Park, September 18th through the 28th. Enjoy the fun, the food, and amazing entertainment, including the Carriage Kia Grandstand Series. We're bringing back advanced pay one price ride tickets, plus free parking this year. Save money and enjoy a smoother experience. Visit NorthGeorgiaStateFair.com for daily deals and discover why we were voted Best Festival and Family Amusement 7 years in a row. That's NorthGeorgiaStateFair.com.
Friends, I'm getting my tickets. Are you? The North Georgia State Fair is more than an event. It's a tradition. And remember, our town is your town at Our Town Monthly.
When I found out that over 4 billion pounds of meat were imported into the U.S. just last year, and all of it can still be labeled as it's raised here in America with a little flag label, it had me questioning everything, like what other labels are tricking me? That's when I started looking for something that was real and something I could trust. That's when I found Good Ranchers. Their meat is 100% American, raised on local farms and delivered right to your door. I'm a subscriber, and the benefits are truly amazing. I get $25 off every box, free shipping, and a free gift in every order for life. You can get the chicken thighs, bacon, even Italian sausage. And it's great because you can also swap the gift every single month and try something new. Shop America's best meat. Visit GoodRanchers.com and start your own subscription today. And if you use the promo code BECK, you'll get an additional $40 off plus free meat for life. That's BECK for $40 off plus free meat for life. GoodRanchers.com. Welcome to the table.
Yeah, but the New York Times reported, quote, when Elvis executes his bumps and grinds, it should be remembered by CBS that even a 12-year-old's curiosity might be overstimulated. Yeah, well, now sponsored by RBM of Atlanta, Holy Crap at Sports with Pete Davis.
I was in second grade when Marilyn Monroe in Some Like It Hot overstimulated me.
That was fairly similar.
Braves are up for 3 runs in the bottom of the first last night, going to beat the Cubs 4-1 in Truist Park. All 3 runs scored after 2 outs. Ozzie Albies getting it started with this nugget of joy.
And a 1-1 pitch. And Ozzie with a deep drive to center. Castro back to the wall. He just unloaded both barrels on Eminaga again. It's a solo homer to the deepest part of the yard. And Ozzie Albies stays red hot versus the Cubs. 1-0 Braves.
Ben Ingram on 680 The Fan. I'm sure Showtime did not appreciate being unloaded on.
Yeah.
Matt Olson closed out the scoring with a monster shot in the 8th. Bryce Elder improves to 7-9. You're slurping again. Going 6 1/3 innings, 5 hits, 1 run. The bullpen spotless. Raisel Iglesias picking up his 25th save. Shota Eminaga the loss. All this gave manager Brian Snicker his 800th win.
Outstanding. Yeah. Saw that.
Oh, yeah. Braves Hall of Fame right there. Yeah. Tonight, 9-6 righty rookie Cade Horton for the Cubbies against the 5-12 Spencer Strider. More on Spencer later. Cubs 7.5 games behind the first-place Brewers in the NL Central. Cubbies still have the first wild card spot right now. Braves 11 games out of the final wild card spot. MLB.com asked 41 so-called baseball experts who they think is the National League Rookie of the Year frontrunner. And by far, it is Drake Baldwin over Cade Horton, which makes sense.
Oh, cool, yeah.
Horton only pitches every 5 or 6 days, and he only goes like 5 innings each time.
That's right. Totally agree. Absolutely.
Baldwin's going to be catching most of the games for the rest of the season, too.
Yeah, that's right.
And speaking of Spencer Strider, he has finally shaved his Magnum PI stash.
No.
Have you seen him?
No.
As Steven tweets, he now looks like the ball boy.
Oh, no. Hey, I'll bet he looks like a kid.
He looks like he's 17.
Oh, man. Oh, well, who am I? Oh, my, that's wrong. It's just wrong. I'm sorry.
Why is it wrong?
Because I don't like it.
I wasn't a big fan of the stash anyway. Yellow Jackets quarterback Haynes King set out the Gardner-Webb victory with a lower body injury. Head coach Brent Key says he's trending in the right direction to play against Clemson Saturday. Fox Sports broadcaster Tim Brando made it clear he is not thrilled with an AP poll top 25 voter, and he's not alone. And, of course, it's a girl.
Oh, boy.
Just kidding. The public noticed that Haley Sawyer, reporter for the Southern California News Group, wouldn't you know it, it's a girl in Southern California, moved Florida up to number 14 in her Week 3 rankings despite an 18-16 upset loss to South Florida. She did not even include South Florida in her rankings. Now, lots of people are demanding she lose her vote, me one of them, since she's obviously too ignorant about college football or she's considering the poll a joke. Haley says she's glad people are having fun with this. Well, I got a problem, Haley.
Please.
It's not a joke. Her name is Haley Sawyer of the Southern California News Group. Let the AP people know what you think about her having a vote, because that's just an absolute
That was a hell of an upset. I mean, that was a major story over what happened in that game. Nobody expected
South Florida's better than people thought. Yeah. That guy's doing a good job down there. Former Bulldogs and now Eagles defensive lineman Jalen Carter has been fined by the NFL his entire Game 1 check for spitting on Cowboys owner Dak Prescott for what? Oh, well, Carol Merrill has behind door number 3.
Yeah.
How much does Jalen get paid per game?
$6,000.
Higher.
$14,800.
Higher.
$39,000.
Higher.
All right. $49,000.
Higher.
$62,800.
$57,222 American dollars per game.
Per game. All right.
So he will not be suspended. They say he got suspended basically for that game, which is true. Falcons signing veteran kicker Parker Romo to the practice squad. The veteran made 11 of 12 field goal attempts last season in 4 games with the Vikings. And the Falcons could have 3 kickers on the roster when they visit Minnesota this Sunday night. So
good Lord.
So just rotate them.
Yeah, well.
Meanwhile, the 49ers are waiving their place kicker, Jake Moody, after he missed a field goal and had another one blocked. See, that's what winning organizations do. If a player isn't doing the job, they move on. They get someone else who does.
Player involved, okay.
It's like, what is he? What is Koo, the Rich McKay of place kickers?
Well, I don't know.
You never fire him no matter how many screw-ups?
I don't know.
AtlantaFalcons.com, new power rankings, has the Bills number 1. The Falcons, by their own rankings, 21st out of 32.
Oh, boy. Well,
Monday Night Football, rookie quarterback J.J. McCarthy accounted for 3 touchdowns in Raleigh, Minnesota, to a win on the road against the Bears, 27-24. I'm sure you were watching. It was a great game.
Yeah, I forgot it was on. Honestly, I forgot.
Really?
I did. I totally forgot Monday Night Football.
Oh, Bill Murray was on with Peyton and Eli. It was
really?
Amazing.
At least, that's a good. That's on the ESPN other channel, 847, I think.
ESPN 2.
Yeah.
The dose.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. And you, sir, were complaining about the new kickoff rules yesterday.
I was. I don't like it.
A modest change in the kickoff rules made a massive impact week 1, producing the highest single-week return rate in 15 years. It was over 22, we asked Grok yesterday. Let's see. In the league's first slate of regular season games since the touchback was moved to the 35-yard line, teams returned 118 of 156 kickoffs, almost 76% 98% return rate. The last time the NFL had a higher return rate for a single week was Week 17 of the 2010 season 15 years ago. The last time the league had a return rate higher than 50% in Week 1, also 2010, at 78%.
All right, I'm sorry to do this to you, sir, but clearly we're talking about the return rate, which means nothing to me. The question ought to be, where is the ball after a kickoff? In the old days, you had a chance of running that damn thing a lot more than you're doing now because they're doing those squig kicks. So I think I made you talk to Mrs. Grock the other day and ask where is the average position of the ball after a kickoff, and it's like the 22-yard line. That's not very exciting. The fact that they're all running them back, they're still running them back crappy. They're running them back to the 22. I want to see them running back where they have a chance to do something and somebody get cut in half for running that full speed.
Was it the 22-yard line, or was it the return was 22 yards from where he caught it?
Well, either way, it's still, nobody's,
well, they're never going back to that because people were getting decapitated.
I know. I'm just saying, the fact that they're saying, well, more times than ever they're running it back. So what if they're running it back for 10 yards? So what?
Okay, you sound like Lucy Van Pelt when Charlie Brown is hitting her with all the statistics about how bad she is.
I know.
And she turns to Charlie and she goes, tell your statistics to shut up.
I know. I'm wrong. I don't count anymore. I'm sorry. I should shut my mouth. I can flounder.
Got to do the dance, man. When
do the Trump dance.
Flounder's doing a really good dance.
On the piano.
Yeah, you got the pigpen dance
Schroeder
going
on the piano or whatever.
Yeah. Got to get him on camera doing that one of these days. The NBA investigating the Clippers for allegedly giving Kawhi Leonard millions of dollars off the books to get around the association's salary cap. Now comes word that in 2019, when the Raptors were trying to keep him in Toronto, Kawhi gave the team a list of demands for him to stay, including no brown M&Ms. No, just kidding. That was Van Halen. A trade for Paul George, an extra $10 million in sponsorship income, bluntly stating, we don't want to do anything for it.
Okay. It's a freaking Sopranos.
Like, that's mostly what the Clippers did for him.
Yeah.
He wanted ownership stakes in other companies, and he wanted partial ownership of the Toronto Maple Leafs hockey team. What the hell? Which begs the question, why? If he wanted to own a sports franchise that hasn't won a title since 1966, he might as well own the Falcons.
Good grief.
Today in sports history, September 9th, 1969, Atlanta's Phil Niekro won 20 games for the first time ever with a 2-1 defeat of the Dodgers. The victory pulled the Braves into third place, a game and a half games behind the National League West lead. The Braves would win the division in the first year of that division's existence.
Outstanding.
That's right. 1988, Bruce Sutter of the Split Finger joins Raleigh Fingers and Rich Gossage, the Goose, as the only pitchers to save 300 games as Atlanta beat San Diego 5-4 in 11 innings. And in 2020, it's a day of high-scoring games. The Braves set a team record. How many runs did they score in a win over the Marlins? The Marlins scored 9.
Wow.
How many did the Braves score on this day in 2020?
11 runs.
Higher.
13 runs.
Higher.
37 runs.
29
Oh, my God.
runs. The highest by a National League team since the start of the 20th century.
Yeah, wow.
1900. Adam Duvall led the charge. His second 3-homer game in a week drove in 9 runs.
Wow. Goodness.
1950, with the Phillies in the thick of a pennant race, their southpaw starter, Curt Simmons, will miss the rest of the season in the 1951 campaign because of his National Guard unit's activation due to the Korean War. The left-hander, granted leave from Indiana's Camp Atterbury, watches his team in the World Series, but the Phillies, in all their wisdom, decide not to request that he be made eligible to participate, and they get swept by the Yankees.
Okie dokie.
How stupid was that?
Yes.
The Army would have let him play.
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, anyway, 1979, when Red Sox backup catcher Bob Montgomery walks into the at-batter's box for his final at-bat, he becomes the last player to do what?
To spit on the umpire. I don't know.
Well, I don't know. Roberto Alomar was after that, I believe. But anyway, Bob Montgomery was the last player to step into a batter's box without wearing a helmet.
Oh, no kidding.
1979.
Wow.
He wore a protective plastic liner within his cap. It was a grandfather clause, enacted 8 years before, and it took 8 years to finally weed everybody out that was dumb enough not to wear a helmet.
Yeah. Well, I remember, it wasn't that long ago playing baseball when we only wore a helmet when you wear a bat. Then you gave it to the next guy, and you just wore your regular cap on the bases. In Little League, in Little League we had to wear a batting helmet. Not us. We never had helmet. We wore the helmet to bat, and then you'd put it down, and the next guy wore it. Yeah,
because it weighed 50 pounds, and I felt like the great Gizmo from the Flintstones, and I was already slow as it could be, and it felt like you're running down with this lead weight on your head.
Yeah, and they all go and fly it anyway. But we just wore our hats after that. If we got to first base. Anyway.
How many times were you hit in the head?
Frequently, apparently.
Well,
it's a pretty dumb decision. Dumb decisions as an older man, obviously. 5:31. Pete Davis, and so much more coming up here with the Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder at your Tuesday, and news and stuff, and more sports, and Flounder's
Split
funnies.
Finger, baby.
There you go, the
Split
splitter.
Finger.
I never even knew what that was when I was playing. Anyway, 5:31. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder right here.
It's a fork ball when you.
There
play.
you go, fork ball.
Neil Bortz is only live on Extra 106.3, bringing you daily commentary on the biggest topics of the day. Catch him throughout the day or hear his latest on the Extra 106.3 app.
I'm Pete Davis, and pro and college football is back. An Underdog is the best place to make picks and win money all season long. And the best part, you can play right here, right now in Georgia. Playing on Underdog is easy. Just pick whether your favorite players will go higher or lower on stats like touchdowns, passing yards, interceptions, and more. Get your picks right, and you can win up to 5,000 times your cash. And you can start with just as little as $1. Here's what I'm thinking about this upcoming weekend's games. With receiver trouble, I'm going lower on Michael Penix Jr.'s throwing touchdowns against the Vikings. And I expect Lamar Jackson to really go over his TD projections against the Browns. It's simple, it's fun, and it keeps me locked into every play. Download the app today and sign up with promo code 1063 to score $50 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. That's promo code 1063 for $50 in bonus funds. Millions of fans have already won billions making picks on Underdog. You can be next. Underdog. Make picks, win money.
Must be 18 plus and present in Georgia. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
Hey, Braves Country, Tom Glavine here. Want to drive like a champion? Start with a clean car from Tidal Wave Auto Spa. With cutting-edge equipment and elite customer service, it's more than a car wash, it's a win. Experience the ultimate clean at Tidal Wave Auto Spa, my go-to car wash destination and the official car wash of the Atlanta Braves.
My car is happy, I am happy, Tidal Wave Auto Spa.
Here today with Evan Ward of Atlas Retirement. And Evan, I know a lot of our listeners, they've heard about the big, beautiful bill, but they might not fully understand all 900 pages of it. So what are some of the most important things folks need to know when it comes to taxes as they approach their retirement?
Oh, Kevin, I imagine the politicians don't know what half of that 900-page document was about. But as it pertains to financial planning, there's some major tax changes. Things like no tax on tips, some big deductions and changes to the way we pay taxes on Social Security. There's also some big changes to the way we're actually allowed to do SALT and other deductions to minimize what we pay from a tax perspective. But your CPA has got to be aware and got to be planning for that. So we've got to get to work on that.
I know it's 900 plus pages, Evan, but ultimately it's probably not what everyone had on their summer reading list. But ultimately, we know tax implications, they can really derail a retirement plan when all's said and done, can't they?
Well, 100%. I mean, think of it this way. If you make $1, but then you got to give half of it or more to Uncle Sam, and trust me, between capital gains taxes, taxes on your Social Security, taxes on your ordinary income and dividend and interest income, you're going to be giving a huge chunk to Uncle Sam unless we do some proper planning. And with that, we can minimize, in some cases, completely eliminate the taxes that you're paying.
A new tax plan can mean new tax strategies, and if you'd like to learn more, give Atlas Retirement a call today and let them put together a complimentary tax map just for you with absolutely no obligation. Give them a call today, 678-736-7799. Again, that's 678-736-7799 or online at atlasretirement.net. Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor.
Hey, it's Front Office Lowe's for True Prep. True Prep, Atlanta's preparedness superstore, is not only the go-to location for security and preparedness, it's also the hotspot for incredible savings. Visit True Prep's new deals page to discover hot sales and clearance items on firearms, prepping gear, and more. Then, check out the used and consignment page for top quality guns and gear at unbeatable prices. Both pages update automatically throughout the day as new products are added. So check back often to snag the best offers. Check them out now at trueprep.com. That's TRUprep.com.
By texting 64000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Real Success. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at ourrealsuccess.com.
Do you want to learn how to make money flipping houses and acquiring rental properties right here in Atlanta without using your own money? You'll learn to flip houses and secure rental properties in your spare time to get on track towards real wealth building. We're offering a handful of motivated individuals the opportunity to attend our workshop right here in Atlanta for free. That's right, we'll give you 2 free tickets when you text FLIP to 64,000. Atlanta is the perfect market to flip houses and build rental income. Don't miss this opportunity. Come to a complimentary live 2-hour workshop next week right here in Atlanta and learn how to start making money flipping homes and building long-term wealth with rental properties. To get 2 free tickets, text FLIP to 64,000. Text in the next 10 minutes, and registrants will also receive a free copy of our Funding for Deals guide. Text FLIP to 64,000 for 2 complimentary tickets. Text FLIP to 64,000.
The Morning Extra, every weekday on your drive to work on Extra 106.3 FM and the Extra 106.3 app.
So if things don't work out, you and I are going to go play Ice Cops.
That'd be awesome.
Ice and Tug!
Sit down! Shut up!
It'll be a buddy cop story of 2 ICE agents. It didn't work out in radio, so now they're cleaning up America, one Home Depot parking lot at a time. You should not ask ICE, do I get to carry a firearm? Mr. Cowart, we were taking a look at your application, and we saw your military background and your service to the country. Do you have any questions for us as we're interested in your employment?
When can I shoot somebody?
When do I get to shoot my gun?
That's right. Do y'all have target practice daily? How often do we go to the range? I can take an M16 apart in under 60 seconds. Put that thing right back together. Agent Cowart reporting for duty, sir.
Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station is Extra 106.3.
Yeah.
Contractually obligated.
I used to be able to field strip an M14 blindfolded in less than 2 minutes, put it back together again.
I could field strip something.
A long time ago. 5:38, Kim Pete and Flounder. On this day in 1963, the Beatles #1 in Britain with She Loves You. It was #1 on the singles chart. Please Please Me on the same day was #1 on the album chart. And in 1963, this song, She Loves You, became the Beatles' best-selling single ever in Britain. And the best-selling single of the year in Britain in 1963. The Beatles, love the old Beatles. She said she loves you, yeah. I want to hold your hand. Oh, mercy. Hey, even Grover's dancing to the music here. An incredible story. Let's see. Kim, Pete, and Flounder. A couple of sports leftovers here, Pete Davis. Joe Theismann, who won the Heisman Trophy, is 76 years old today. Yes, Mr. Theismann, former Notre Dame quarterback, former Redskins great quarterback. Although I guess you can't say Washington Redskins anymore, the Washington football team. And his name was Theismann. They pronounced it Heisman to rhyme with Theismann to rhyme with Heisman, and but apparently his original name his name was Joe Theismann. But people in Notre Dame, in order to get him, going to the Heisman Trophy, changed the pronunciation.
Oh, Notre Dame wouldn't do anything like that.
I can't believe those Catholics would do that too. Did you ever see the documentary Catholics versus Convicts?
Yeah.
That was pretty funny, pretty amusing, if I don't say so myself. Anyway, sorry. That was a sports birthday. And now a couple quick other things here, Pete Davis. You'll enjoy this. 1965, Sandy Koufax on this day pitched a perfect game at Dodger Stadium against the Chicago Cubs. And on this day in 2007, the NFL caught the New England Patriots illegally videotaping the New York Jets coaching signals in their Spygate scandal. And they got caught, and everything was fine, and nobody did anything.
Yeah. Now we know why Belichick was such a great coach. One, Tom Brady. Two, cheap.
Yeah. And by the way, Belichick has now banned the New England Patriots. You mentioned the New England Patriots are not allowed to go to his practices. And as I recall, there was a short quip where someone said, well, why did you do that? And he said, well, because of it turns out the way they really felt about me or something like that. And I guess,
He's just a bitter old man.
I don't know. Anyway, a couple quick things here, Pete. Also, we should pay tribute to those who deserve it. On this day, the first black guy to win a major tennis title. 1968, Arthur Ashe wins the men's singles division of the first U.S. Open championship. That was the first U.S. Open? Was it 1968?
That was the new Open era where it was a different way of qualifying for it. It was not the first U.S. Open. It was the first time they did it like that.
And he was the first black male to win a major tennis title of any kind. There you go.
Yeah, he was good.
Yeah. And in 1991, boxer Mike Tyson indicted in Indianapolis raping Desiree Washington. He was convicted, served 3 years in prison. And on this day, 1960, the first regular season American Football League game ever. The first AFL game, the Denver Broncos beat the Boston Patriots 13-10 on this day in 1960. There you go. 541, Kevin, Pete, and Flounder. Okay, now, here's the latest deal on the Philadelphia dad. The father berated by that furious Phillies fan. And again, as far as I know, now I don't go on Twitter and social media stuff, or TikTok or whatever, so maybe she's been identified. But as far as I know, the woman with that funny white haircut style who berated the guy, grabbed him, and got the ball from the kid that the father got it for, has not been identified. One woman, they thought there was one woman who was not, but as far as I know, the woman involved in this situation has yet to be identified. How is that possible? Obviously, there's a reason why. What is she, head of the freaking mafia? And she said, anybody think on me and I'll cut your freaking throat?
It's Philadelphia.
Seriously, how is it possible that nobody knows who that woman is? Anyway, the father involved in the thing says, he said, please don't do anything to that lady. Leave it alone. You know, somebody knows her and can talk to her. That's different. But God, I don't want people breaking in her house, stuff like that. The internet already messed her up pretty good. She's been ridiculed since the whole thing. He says, I just want this all to go away. The Phillies apologized for Karen. You know, he gave her the stuff all like that. By the way, a trading car retailer, Blowout Cards, is offering that woman, whoever she is, $5,000 for that ball, but only if she signs it and says on the writing, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
And I don't think that's going to happen. Anyways, but we still don't know who the hell she is. I can't believe that. I just don't believe it. Why is it? How's that possible?
He did show constraint. You can call him a beta male, wherever you want.
No, he was fine.
Because women, this is a lesson. Do not come up to a strange man and grab their arm.
Yeah.
Because all bets are off at that point. That's ridiculous.
Well, the second woman who attacked me physically ended up in a trash barrel on the corner of State Street or something in Chicago, Illinois.
You don't have to hit him. Just restrain
Oh,
him.
no, I definitely I definitely made her suffer. I didn't hit her, but I did all the things to make her suffer, and I lifted her up and put her in one of those big corner garbage cans. So a trash bin, a round trash barrel.
Right. Let's do something we teased 2 hours ago.
All right, sir, please do.
We were going to ask Grok.
Oh, yeah, cool.
What UFOs are.
Yeah, I like
it. What's this? All right, here we go. What is a UFO, really?
A UFO, short for unidentified flying object, is anything in the sky we can't immediately...
Okay, we know that.
Yeah.
But are UFOs from outer space?
Other civilizations.
Honestly, no solid proof yet. Most sightings turn out to be planes, balloons, drones, or natural phenomena.
You're just towing the military's line.
I don't believe that.
Maybe. but I'm not dodging.
I love this thing so much. I want a girlfriend. I want another. That way, I want the next step in the next series of actual girlfriend type people. Please let me live long enough to have an AI girlfriend. and by the way, if you just joined us, the UFO story, there was a hearing today, and in the Senate hearing, I'm going to get my phone here. I got the flounder, got the story here. Although it hasn't really broken, the story on that UFO thing is not really broken much. But here, there was footage shown today. Open up. Footage shown today of a drone from last year showing footage of a UFO in the sky, a metal UFO orb deflecting a Hellfire missile fired at it in space. Occurred in October last fall off the coast of Yemen. And you can see the video. I'm looking at it right now. The video of this round metal looking like thing drone flying through sky at night. Or in the dark, how up it was, either with dark for whatever reason. And all of a sudden, this Hellfire missile comes winging at it, boom, bang, and the missile just bounces off it. Now, I don't know about you, but missiles that I have ever been familiar with that we know, and, I've never designed one, obviously, they don't just simply bounce and then go somewhere else.
I don't see anything. I'm watching this video. I can't tell what the hell's going on.
Oh, really? Well, no, it's, let me see if we can play it again. Well, now it's not playing.
I don't see anything.
Yeah, I mean, I watched it. All
right, here we go. Here's a better picture of it.
You can see it, and the little white orb comes bouncing off it from the side. Go doink, and like it reflects off the side of it. Well, mine's not. My video's not working now. But anyway, it's right. You can see it. I saw it. Can't see it yet. Keep. I mean, Flounder, you saw it too, right? I mean,
yes, I did.
Yeah.
It bounces right off.
It's like a little white thing goes boing and bounces right off the thing to the right side, down low. 456, Cameron, Pete, and Flounder. Well, got more, so much more coming over here. And bounce this.
The Morning Extra, Neil Boortz, and The Kimmer Show are all online for you anytime at thepodcastpark.com. Plus all of Extra's exclusive podcasts like Ben Burnett, Janelle King, and so much more. All at thepodcastpark.com. Presented by Associated Credit Union.
Life is unpredictable. But when trouble comes, you need a team you can trust. At Ace Second Chance Bail Bonds, we've been helping families for nearly 20 years, providing fast, professional, and discreet service. With 12 locations across Metro Atlanta and Birmingham, we're available 24/7 to get your loved one home, quick and with care. It's better to know us and not need us than need us and not know us. Call 404-BAIL-OUT, that's 404-BAIL-OUT, or visit atlbail.com today.
Are you looking for something simple but delicious, sweet but also savory? Discover Schumann Farms Sweet Onions. Schumann Farms is a third-generation family farm with the Real Sweet brand sweet onions. Whether you're grilling, sautéing, or simply adding a fresh crunch to your salad, Schumann Farms has you covered. Look for Schumann Farms Real Sweet brand sweet onions at your grocery store and taste the difference for yourself. Schumann Farms, the Georgia family farm growing tradition and the world's sweetest onions.
Atlanta, it's Mark from Atlanta Safe House. Can I have your attention, please? I have an important announcement. Our president has a backbone. Thank you, President Trump, for standing up for the American people. We sleep better knowing our country is protected. And speaking of protection, criminals laugh when you purchase a fake safe from a big box store. There's no better time to visit Atlanta Safe House and see what a real a real safe looks like. But wait, there's more. Now through the end of the month, save hundreds of dollars on all Browning, Fort Knox safes and vault doors. Drop by one of our locations or go to AtlantaSafehouse.com.
Hey, it's Los. We're here with Tom Mitchell, the honest car guy. Tom, I've learned a lot about this car buying process from you. Is that typical of most of the clients you've worked with?
Yeah, I'm finding out it's even more typical. I mean, people are learning more and more, and maybe it's because I overload them with information because I want to be able to sleep at night. I want to make sure you know everything.
Do I have to have a particular make and model in mind when I call you, or is it just open to anything I want?
It's open. I can get any make, any year, any model.
I might be looking to trade in my vehicle. Can you accommodate that as the Honest Car Guy?
For sure. I mean, we love it when people want to trade in cars because honestly, it's best for you to trade in the car. Why? Because you get a tax savings.
Friends, if you're in the market for a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, get an honest car buy from the Honest Car Guy. You pay what we pay, plus an honest fee, and we back that up by giving you the bill of sale. That's our transparency guarantee. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME, the number 1, or visit honestcarguy.com.
When you think of home security, what do you imagine? An alarm that blares after the intruder trips a sensor, catching the attention of a neighbor, if you're lucky? A monitoring agent who calls to make sure you're safe, but only after your feeling of safety at home has been shattered. The problem with most security systems is they only take action once the break-in has begun, and then it's too late. Simply Safe is different. It's designed to be proactive, not reactive. And here's how. With ActiveGuard Outdoor Protection, smart AI-powered cameras identify threats lurking outside the home and immediately alert Simply Safe's professional monitoring agents. Now, these agents intervene in real time before the break-in even begins. That's real security. Simply Safe continues to innovate, and this is a great example of how AI can make our lives better. With a 60-day money-back guarantee, no long-term contracts, Simply Safe earns its business by keeping customers safe and satisfied every single day. So get 50% off your new Simply Safe system at simplysafe.com/Beck. That's simplysafe.com/Beck. There is no safe like Simply Safe.
Yeah. We're going way back here with early Elvis. Yeah. 1954, Elvis Presley played at the opening of the Lamar Airways Shopping Center in Memphis. Johnny Cash, on this day in 1954, was in the audience and after the show met Elvis for the first time in 1954. 2 years later, Elvis Presley makes his first appearance on the Ed Sullivan Show. He earned big ratings to the Steve Allen Show, the Stage Show, the Milton Berle Show. By the way, Sullivan reneged on his original Presley ban, signing the controversial singing star to an unprecedented $50,000 contract for 3 appearances. The Ed Sullivan Show, filmed in New York. Presley performed remotely from CBS's Los Angeles studio. He was filming his movie Love Me Tender in California. He had debuted in Heartbreak Hotel, was a single, but not quite the king yet. Presley was 21, introduced by British actor Charles Laughton, filling in for Ed Sullivan, who was home recovering from a car accident. Elvis did Don't Be Cruel, Little Richard's Ready Teddy, Hound Dog. And they got a head-to-toe look at him despite fears of vulgar hip-shaking gyrations. He also sang Love Me Tender. Let's see. Presley in a plaid jacket told the audience, probably the greatest honor I've ever had in my life. And thank you, ladies, as they were screaming. Let's see. I got one more final thing here. At the end of the performance, when Ed Sullivan did him the final time, said, Elvis Presley's a real decent, fine boy. We've never had a pleasanter experience on our show with a big name than we've had with you. And it all turned out okay after they banned it. The last time they didn't show his hips. They only showed from the waist up, and there was a big scandal, as we all know the story. Anyway, hold on. To the phones. It's Sean from Sean and Shay. Hey, wait a minute. I thought you were going to be singing for the Kimmer here or something, man. What's going on? Welcome aboard. What's up?
Hey, this is Shay, not Sean.
Shay, not Sean. Hey, Shay.
That's my fault. My bad.
Sorry about that. What's up?
Sean's got something. I'm just a teaser. Sean's got something worked up special for you, but they're still working on it. So you'll get that over the next couple of days. But I have a special guest with me. Guess who's right next to me to answer all your questions about what vent poetry is?
Oh, okay. Oh, good. Okay. What do you got there?
Yeah, I've got Jade right next to me. She's my 17-year-old daughter.
Oh, well, I'll be darned. Well, welcome aboard. How are you?
Thank you. I am good. How are you?
Well, on the right side of the grass. Now, you're a 17-year-old poet. Holy cow. How long have you been indulging in literature of any kind, for that matter, and you have written poetry? That's pretty cool. How'd you get started in this?
I started around this time of year back in 2022, so about 3 years. And I started because I wrote a metaphor that my mom liked, so I wrote a poem about it. And then she said, "Holy crap, this is really good." So
there you go. Well, now, I wasn't sure what venting poetry or venting literature, I'm not sure what you call it. What is that, and why is it what you're doing? What does it mean to you?
So venting is the process of expressing trauma or negative emotion, and I do venting technically non-verbally, but I write my venting through poetry because it's just what makes sense to me. It's easiest for me to do that.
Well, this is really, it must be pretty exciting. All of a sudden, your book is available for people to go buy it, read it, and react to it. That's pretty cool. You must be pretty proud of yourself, I'll bet you.
It is surreal, yes.
Outstanding. Well, congratulations again. And the name, I don't have it in front of me. The name of the book is what? Sonder, I think? Sonder. And what does that mean? What's the deal on Sonder?
Sonder means the complex realization that everyone, passersby and people that you barely meet for a second, have a life as vivid and complex as your own.
Have a life as complex as your own?
Vivid and complex.
Vivid and complex. Okay. Wow. Yeah. Pretty cool. Listen, congratulations. And Dad, you got to be pretty excited about your little girl too, huh?
Oh, Lord, yeah. Yeah. Oh, you know it. You know me. Me and you share that special bond with our girls, Kimmer.
Yeah. Well, Daddy's girls. Cool. Well, listen, congratulations, and I can't wait for you to rub me over the coals with some singing thing coming up here one day. So we'll look forward to that too. All right, Shay, thanks, man, and hi to your brother as well. And we'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one, and congratulations to your little girl. Outstanding.
Available on Amazon.
Thanks, man. Yeah, there you go. Wherever books are sold. Sonder. Yeah, Flounder, I joined something there. What's your? Did I do something or did you do something?
No.
Oh, okay. My head. If I touch the cord, my headphones get dead, and I thought it was you trying to contact.
Must be your. I'll get you an updated.
No. It's me. If I it's me. I'm not good. 5:56. But let's see. The Coldplay Kiss Cam guy says he's now come forward. The husband of the wife, the tramp wife who was cheating on her husband. Actually, he says, well, we've been kind of separated. We were going to get divorced anyway, so this just happened. So, here we go. Yeah. He's the sixth generation heir to the privateer rum fortune, a billionaire. So I don't know how this is going to play out. Again, I guess this will be his third divorce now, and her, I guess, second or third. Anyway, so that everything's fine there. And for the record, 5:52, we got a funny coming up in a second. For the record, a South African minister says Jesus is going to make a return September 23rd, the Feast of Trumpets ringing in the Rapture and Judgment Day. Jesus he saw in a divine vision returning to earth during this year's Rosh Hashanah. Christians linking it to the prophecy, the rapture is upon us. He said, I saw Jesus on his throne, hear him in a very loud voice saying, I'm coming soon. On the 23rd and 24th of September, I will come back to the earth. Another guy said, my 10-year-old daughter dreamt the same thing. Joshua's telling the truth. We better get ready.
It says so many right there in the Bible that nobody knows.
Yeah.
Nobody knows. There will be no warning. There'll be no visions.
And the point is to be ready. Just be good all the time for the sake of being good all the time. So there you go. Anyway, Flounder we got there. How about Flounder's funny before we hit the road here?
Absolutely.
Coming right up here.
There we go.
It's all good. We got
all the animals in New York City are built different. I don't know how many of y'all live here visiting. Wait until I saw a raccoon in Queens look like a golden retriever, man. No, he's going down the side. He's smoking a Parliament, just headed down the sidewalk. I've never seen. I'm from Alabama. I've seen some raccoons. The raccoons in Queens have on Mets jerseys, man. I've never seen anything like it. I heard a dog barking, and all I heard was the raccoon go, "Shut up!" Y'all hang out long enough, you'll see one of those pigeon ladies. What's crazy is they look exactly how you think they will. They're not wearing Vineyard Vine and New Balances. They look like that they live with those pigeons, man. They got on a toga and a handful of seeds and a heart full of love.
Mr. Derek Strope right there.
Derek Strope right there. Oh, my goodness. All right, Pete Davis, Braves are back in town. Still another Cubbies game. And Strider, Captain Strider, with no mustache. I can't wait. And now, is it going to be on TV, or do I have to get the app for my fingernail phone wire
Why
to watch
wouldn't
the
it
Braves?
be on TV?
Well, because they were on like Roku or Roku. I couldn't watch them on Sunday because they were on Rippy Boppy TV. No Braves on TV.
ESPN.
No, not on Sunday. It was on Roku.
Okay.
Or Saturday, maybe. It might have been Saturday. Because they don't like old people. Anyway, give her Pete and Flounder. Hey, Christine, sing me home, baby. I gotta go. You're killing me. What? Herb and Herb to Grover too. Herb and Herb.
The Morning Extra, every weekday morning from 6 to 10 on WFOM and W292 EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. Extra 106.3.
I'm Lisa Lacera, Fox News. A man with a lengthy arrest record is accused of stabbing a Ukrainian refugee to death on a commuter train in Charlotte last month could now face the death penalty. U.S. Attorney for the Western District of North Carolina, Russ Ferguson,